Hello?
Everyone, make sure that your device is placed on mute and that your cameras are on while we're on this session. If you are in a location where you're moving around, please make sure that you find a stationary position to be in because it's a distraction having you move around on the videos.
Ok, buenas tardes. Por favor, asegúrese de que mantiene su micrófono apagado hasta que le toque hablar. Cuando digan su nombre, asegúrese que tiene la cámara prendida y de que no se está moviendo, que está en un sitio fijo para que podamos empezar la lista de casos de ahora. Por favor, asegúrese que el micrófono está apagado en su aparato, el micrófono de Zoom.
Hello?
Make sure that your microphones are placed on mute. We don't want to hear any discussion until you're being talked to directly. Then you can take your microphone off of mute, respond, and then place yourself back on mute. We apologize for the delay, but we're going to get started here shortly.
De nuevo, por favor, asegúrese que su micrófono se encuentra apagado y discúlpenos por la tardanza, pero ahorita, lo más pronto posible vamos a comenzar la sesión. Please put your microphone on mute. Keep your camera on, microphone on mute, please.
Whoever has the phone that's indicated it's James Hamilton, you need to place your microphone on mute. We can still hear what's going on in your phone.
How you doing today?
Mr. Pate, place your microphone on mute, please.
Okay.
Keon Turner Jackson, please open your camera and place your microphone on mute. And just a note, if you are unable to turn your camera on, we will be disengaging you from this Zoom because we do have to identify the person that's on the Zoom. So we have to see you. And Madam Clerks, if you could, I know that we have a couple of attorneys on here. Can you go ahead and just place those attorneys in the breakout room so I can deal with those folks accordingly?
Okay.
And they want to set up a breakout room for Ada, do you want to make the announcement for whoever needs interpretation? Maybe we can stick them in a breakout room with you also.
Ok, a las personas que necesitan intérprete, por favor levante la mano o déjenos saber que necesita intérprete. Active el micrófono y nos deja saber. Everyone else, please put your microphone on mute.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I know the clerks are establishing breakout rooms now, but I did want to give some preliminary instruction. I am Judge Sellers. I will be presiding over this 1 p.m. City of Forest Park, August 24th, 2022, 1 p.m. arraignment calendar. As everyone has indicated, please keep your cameras on and your your phones on mute until we call you. I apologize for being tardy. I pride myself on being prompt, but this morning's session literally just ended. And so we are just moving as expeditiously as possible, okay? Mr. Marie Rose, given the size of the calendar, do you want to just go through first and call the calendar initially and then place people in the breakout room after we hear how people want to plead, or do you want to? My inclination, I hear noise. I don't know who it's coming from. Okay. I guess my initial inclination is just to call the calendar, hear who wants to talk to you. Certainly you can deal with the attorneys and first and move on, but then I can be taking some no-los and guilties so that we can be moving expeditiously. What is your preference?
Absolutely, Your Honor. If we want to go ahead and just get everybody's announcement on their case, then we can.
Yeah, that way in the event that there's some, if you have a lot of attorneys, if there's some no-los, I can certainly take those from you, so that we can just move as expeditiously as possible, if that's okay.
Yeah, I think they tried one more time.
I hear someone talking, please.
Make sure that your microphone is on mute, everybody.
Yes, please.
Por favor, asegúrese de que su micrófono está en silencio. La juez va ahora a dar unas instrucciones preliminares y luego va a llamar la lista de casos. Asegúrese que su cámara está prendida y que su teléfono está en silencio.
This is an arraignment calendar.
Esta es una lectura de cargos, una lista de casos. Van a decirle los cargos que tiene.
This is your, I see Watkins' last name. Please cut your phone on mute. Thank you. This is your opportunity to indicate to hear the charge that's been asserted against you and to plead to that charge. Indicate how you want to plead to that charge.
Este es el momento en que le van a decir los cargos que tiene, luego cómo se va a declarar usted a los cargos.
The options that you have are you can plead guilty, which means that you're admitting that you committed the offense, and I will pronounce your sentence.
Una de las opciones que tiene es declararse culpable, diciendo que usted admite al cargo que de que se le acusa y yo le impongo una condena.
I'm sorry, and I say sentence, but fine, generally.
Dije una condena, pero realmente es una multa lo que se le impone.
You can enter a plea of not guilty, and that is where you are requesting a bench trial before me and an opportunity for you to bring your evidence to the court.
También se puede declarar no culpable, entonces en este caso se le va a otorgar la oportunidad de tener un juicio ante un juez y es cuando usted presenta las pruebas ante mí.
In some circumstances, you are eligible to utilize your NOLO plea, which
Algunas veces usted se le puede dar la oportunidad de que pueda utilizar la declaración de no lo disputa.
And that means that you're not saying that you're guilty, but you don't want a trial. You are not contesting the charges.
Usted está diciendo que usted no está admitiendo la culpabilidad, no está negando el cargo y usted está diciendo que no quiere ir a juicio.
The benefit of entering a NOLO plea in certain circumstances is that it eliminates or reduces the points that are assessed on your license for certain violations.
Una de las ventajas del NOLO es que lo ayuda a que en ciertas situaciones de tránsito se le puede ayudar a que no le den puntos a la licencia.
You can only use your NOLO one time in 5 years, and so the clerk's office will kindly help us determine who is eligible if you're interested in entering a NOLO plea, whether or not you're eligible.
Usted solamente puede utilizar el NOLO una vez cada 5 años y las secretarias nos van a ayudar a determinar si usted califica para que pueda utilizar el NOLO.
Okay. Mr. Alexander, please place your phone on mute, sir, or your device on mute.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm new at this.
Thank you. All right. So as I call your name, I'm sorry, you also have the opportunity to talk to the solicitor in what's called a pretrial. The solicitor's name is Mr. Andres Marie Rose.
También puede tener la oportunidad de hablar con el fiscal para que tenga una conferencia previa al juicio. Y entonces el fiscal en este caso se llama el señor Andrés Mary Rose.
And Mr. Rose, you can introduce yourself and explain the pretrial process.
Y él se va a presentar aquí y explicarles el proceso de tener una conferencia con el fiscal.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I am the prosecutor for the city of Forest Park.
Yo soy el fiscal para la ciudad de Forest Park.
You do have the opportunity to speak to me in reference to your case.
Usted tiene la oportunidad de hablar conmigo en relación a su caso.
And let me explain the parameters of that conversation.
Y déjeme explicarle los límites o parámetros de esta conversación.
You cannot tell me or give me facts about the case.
Usted no puede decirme o explicarme los hechos que tienen que ver con el caso.
If you're disputing that you are guilty of the offense, then that is what a trial is for.
Si usted está disputando que usted no es culpable del delito, para eso es que se lleva a cabo un juicio.
If you believe that you have some evidence. Mr. Gold, please place yourself on mute. We can't hear you. Place your device on mute. If you believe that you have some evidence to present to the court in reference to that, that is what a trial is for also.
Y también si usted piensa que usted tiene ciertas evidencias o pruebas para que pueda presentar, también para eso se realiza en un juicio.
I cannot give you advice because I represent the city.
Yo no le pongo ningún tiempo de asesoramiento legal porque yo represento a la ciudad.
If you want to ask an attorney what you should do, you may want to plead not guilty and then consult with one prior to coming back to court.
Si usted quiere que le den asesoramiento legal y puede entonces hacer esto, consultar con un abogado, entonces diga que se va a declarar que necesita un abogado para que le den otra fecha para que le dé tiempo de hablar con su abogado.
I do not reduce, amend, or change charges.
Yo no reduzco, enmiendo o cambio los cargos.
And I do not have the power to reduce or do away with fines.
Yo no tengo el poder para poder eliminar o quitar las multas.
Having said all that, if you can abide by those rules, then we can still have a discussion about your case.
Y después de haber dicho todo esto, si usted quiere y quiere seguir las reglas, entonces podemos tener una conversación sobre su caso.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
No tengo más nada que decir.
All right, so when I call your name, please come off of mute. Obviously say here or present, and I will read the charge and then you can tell me how you wish to plead, all right?
Ok, cuando yo diga su nombre, por favor active su micrófono, diga que está presente, yo le voy a leer los cargos y usted me va a decir cómo se declara, ok?
And Your Honor, I'm going to hold all FTAs to the end of the calendar.
I understand, thank you. And we need to clean that up from the last calendar, Mr. Marie Rose. Some FTAs, I don't know if you want to deal with that at the end of this calendar?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I don't know what that noise is, but it's terrible on my end. Okay. Charles Alexander. Charles Alexander.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hold on. Okay. I can hear you, Mr. Alexander. Mr. Alexander, you were cited with improper turn. How do you wish to plead, sir?
Nolo contendery.
Thank you. You can go back on mute. Jose.
No, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Earlier, I listened to what the how to speak about going to court. If that's the evidence that some of you would like to present, you have to go to trial for that. How would I arrange that?
So if you're going to plead nolo, you don't arrange it. If you're interested in pleading nolo, then we'll take your nolo plea today, and we'll resolve your case today. You don't come back. If you want to plead not guilty and have a trial, then you come back.
No, ma'am. I'll just enter nolo contendery.
Nolo, got it. Thank you. Jose de Jesus Angel Velez.
José de Jesús Ángel Vélez, por favor, si está presente. Ok, ¿necesita intérprete, señor Vélez? ¿Necesita intérprete?
No.
Ok.
Does he say he does not need an interpreter, Ms. Ida?
That's what he said, Your Honor, that he doesn't need an interpreter.
All
but
right.
I'm hearing just in case.
Okay, thank you so much. Sir, you are cited with failure to restrain your animal appropriately. How do you wish to plead, sir?
No law.
Nolo. Is that a city ordinance, Madam Clerk?
Yes, it is.
All right. All right. Bobby Baltzar. Bobby Baltzar.
Yes, present. Oh, shit. I do not.
Judge, did you see Mr. Baltasar?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did. Yes, I did. I don't know how my thing got muted, but Mr. Balthazar, you were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device for driving while license suspended or revoked. How do you wish to plead, sir?
Guilty.
I will tell you this, sir, before we do that. Entering a plea of guilty to driving while license suspended or revoked will suspend your license for a period of 6 months or more. Do you still want to enter a plea of guilty, or do you want to see if you can use your NOLO?
No, I'm going with the guilty.
Guilty, all right. Thank you so much. Andrea Banks.
So I just hang up, it's over?
No, you don't hang up. Stay on. We'll take your plea as soon as I finish calling the calendar, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Andrea Banks. Andrea Banks. Okay.
She's right there.
And you see Andrea Banks on?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm here.
Okay. Andrea Banks, I don't see you on my screen. Andrea Banks, you've been cited with disorderly conduct. How do you wish to plead, ma'am?
Nolo.
Nolo, thank you so much. Shondia Benton or Betton.
Here, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Betton.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Betton, you were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device. How do you wish to plead?
I'm gonna do Nolo.
Thank you. Lahan or Lahandra Burton.
Right here.
Ms. Burton, you were cited with driving while license suspended or revoked. How do you wish to plead?
No
I'm sorry,
low.
Madam Clerk, is she eligible?
No, she is not.
Ms. Burton, you're not eligible to enter a plea of nolo at this time, or I take that back. You can enter the plea of nolo, but it won't have, you'll still have the same, same penalties as a guilty plea. How do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty, okay?
Well, make it guilty. Forget it. I'll just pay whatever it is. Guilty.
I'm sorry, I want to make sure we're clear because we're on the record. Guilty, ma'am?
So if I plead nolo, then it doesn't matter. My license will still get suspended as if I pleaded guilty.
That is correct.
So it doesn't matter. And then I guess I have to plead, I just want to get it over with. Guilty, I guess.
Guilty. All right, thank you so much. You can go back on mute. Odessa Bynum?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Ms. Bynum.
Yes. Okay.
Good afternoon, Ms. Bynum.
Good afternoon to you.
Ms. Bynum, you were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device. How do you wish to plead?
Nolo.
Thank you. Junior Campbell?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ryan Walsh here. That's my case. Apologies for taking it. Take a second off mute. Pre-trial, please. Pre-trial.
Pre-trial, got it. Thank you so much, Mr. Walsh. Diego Cedillo Pastor?
Diego Cedillo Pastor, por favor, active su micrófono si se encuentra presente. Señor. Okay. I'm here. Okay.
Does he need, he needs interpretation?
¿Necesita intérprete?
¿Perdón?
¿Necesita intérprete?
¿Cuál es eso? Perdón.
¿Usted necesita que se le hable en español o en inglés? ¿Qué quiere hacer?
No, español. Español.
Spanish. Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay. Mr. Pastor, you were cited with driving without a license. How do you wish to plead?
¿A usted se le acusa por manejar sin licencia? ¿Cómo desea declararse?
Sí, no tenía licencia cuando me pararon.
Yes, I did not have a license when I was stopped.
So you want to enter a plea of guilty?
¿Se quiere declarar culpable?
Sí, porque solo traía una licencia internacional nomás y no lo pasaron, entonces solo esa licencia tenía.
Yes, because I only had an international license and it didn't get approved, so that's what I had.
So he wants to enter a plea of guilty. His option is guilty, not guilty. Well, really, no, doesn't matter because he doesn't have a license. Guilty or not guilty?
¿Cómo se quiere declarar? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Pues yo creo que culpable porque no tengo licencia.
I believe guilty because I don't have a license.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, gracias. Ahora puede colocar de nuevo el micrófono en silencio hasta que la llamemos de nuevo. Gracias.
Okay, igual.
Kathy Ann Clark?
Present.
Ms. Clark, you were cited with following too closely. How do you wish to plead?
No law, ma'am.
Thank you. DeAndre Colvin?
Present.
Mr. Colvin, you were cited with failure to yield to the right-of-way of a vehicle and driving without a valid license. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Thank you. William Cooper? William Cooper? Madam Clerk, anyone with that name on?
Not that I see.
Thank you so much. Luis Cordova?
Luis Córdoba, por favor, si está presente, active el micrófono para que conteste.
Presente.
Okay. ¿Cómo se? Okay, go ahead, Your Honor.
Mr. Cordova, you were cited with driving without a valid license and failure to obey a traffic control device. How do you wish to plead?
Señor Córdoba, sus cargos son de manejar sin licencia y de no obedecer una señal de tránsito. ¿Cómo se va a declarar?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Right? Lucinda Cotom Velasquez?
Ahora puede apagar el micrófono. Ok, gracias. Ahora la señorita o señora Lucinda Velázquez Cotón, si está
Here, no.
presente. Ok, you don't need an interpreter, I'm sure.
No.
Okay.
Here.
I'm sorry, we're gonna do it quick. You were cited with failure to maintain insurance, ma'am. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Are you eligible, Madam Clerk? Is she eligible for the NOLO?
She is not.
She is not. Okay, thank you so much.
Maximiliano Gutiérrez Cruz, si está presente, por favor, active su micrófono. Señor Maximiliano Gutiérrez Cruz, active el micrófono y déjenos saber si se encuentra presente o no. No answer, Your Honor.
Thank you, and thank you very much, Madam Interpreter.
You're welcome.
Angel De Leon.
Ángel de León. Señor
Forfeiture.
Oh, bond forfeiture, you're right, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. He tried to make the payment in court. That system is not fully operational. He still has a balance. I encouraged him to stay today so that he can come before the court.
Okay, he was trying to pay without seeing the court. Can
Correct.
we facilitate that? I hate for him to have to, I guess he was trying to pay to avoid having to be here all day.
Well, yes, because the fine was $540, but that in-court system is not operating properly. And he was allowed to pay was it $240?
It was $240.
$240, but the final amount is like $530.
So tell me what it is that we need to do here.
I encouraged him to come. Did you want to just pay it? Because there are going to be points added to his license. So I wanted him to at least get the opportunity to come before you and plead. And if he did not have the full amount, work out maybe the 2-week agreement or pay only probation.
What would you like to do, sir? And I'm giving you a little bit of time to explain because you have a little more complicated history. Would you like to enter a NOLO plea and pay the balance? What would you like to do?
I'd like to plead NOLO.
NOLO and pay the balance. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Artist Denard.
Here, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Denard.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Denard, are you driving and operating a vehicle right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's a hard no, right? Because I'm not going to encourage you to break the law while you're talking to me. So I'm going to hold for your announcement until you get to a place where you're no longer driving. Okay?
Oh, yes, ma'am. No, I'm not driving. I'm in the car with someone. I'm not driving, man.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Denard, you've been cited with following too closely. How do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
All right. You won the trial. Thank you so much. Mr. Mikhail Dixon.
Here.
Miss Dixon.
Michael.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Dixon, you were cited with unlawful use of a wireless device. How do you wish to plead?
NOLO.
Thank you. Oscar Dyer.
Bond forfeiture.
Thank you. Monique Fairley. Monique Fairley. Okay. Chandler Fields. Chandler Fields. Crystal Firemoon. Crystal Firemoon. Okay. Robin Fountain. Robin Fountain. Clayton Fox. Clayton Fox. Robert Fulton.
Forfeiture.
Thank you. I see Ramon Garcia has been reset. Dylan Gilbert.
Here, Your Honor.
Mr. Gilbert, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Gilbert, you were cited with following too closely, sir. How do you wish to plead?
I tried to pay. I want to plead
I'm gonna do guilty, but I tried to pay already to avoid court, but I guess the system was messed up.
Okay,
Same thing as the other man.
we'll go ahead and take that guilty plea. Thank you so much. Adriana Goodgame. Adriana or Adriana Goodgame. Terrace Gould. Terrace Gould. Wendell Gregory.
I'm present.
Oh, present. All right, Mr. Gould, you recited with center lane violation. How do you wish to plead?
No low.
Thank you
I got
so
a
much.
question. With the no low, Your Honor, will it affect points on my license?
If you're eligible to utilize your NOLO, it should not assess points.
He is not eligible.
You are not eligible, sir, to utilize your NOLO. So your options, well, you can plead NOLO, but you'll still get the points.
All right.
So what do you want to do? Guilty, not guilty, NOLO?
No low.
Okay. Wendell Gregory. You can go back on mute, Mr. Gould. Wendell Gregory. Anthony Griggs. Anthony Griggs.
Good afternoon, Judge Sellers. You missed Gregory. Here I am.
Oh, no, I called Wendell Gregory. You didn't answer.
Yeah. Yes, I did. I guess we just, we on the communication, so.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you for asking. You recited with failure to obey a traffic control device, sir. How do you wish to plead?
Well, I'm pleading NOLO because for the simple fact, I was traveling with a trucker's GPS, and it sent me through that location. So actually, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty on it, but.
So, Mr. Wendell, this is not the opportunity to discuss that. This is just the opportunity for me to take your plea, okay? You're entering a plea of NOLO, is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. You can go back on mute. Anthony Griggs. Anthony Griggs. Thank you. Nestor Gutierrez.
Néstor José Gutiérrez, si está presente, por favor active su micrófono y diga que está presente.
Presente.
Ok. ¿Necesita intérprete?
Sí.
He does need an interpreter, Your Honor.
Okay. You were cited, Mr. Gutierrez, with discharging a firearm in the city. How do you wish to plead?
Señor Gutiérrez, usted se le acusa por haber disparado un arma de fuego en la ciudad. ¿Cómo se declara el cargo?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Thank you.
Gracias.
James Hamilton.
Present.
Mr. Hamilton, you recited with expired or no license plate or decal and failure to maintain insurance. I will tell you that entering a plea of guilty to the failure to maintain insurance will suspend your license. How do you wish to plead, sir?
No, ma'am.
Madam Clerk, is he eligible?
Yes, he is.
All right, thank you so much. Danielle Harrington. Danielle Harrington. Robert Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Harris.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Harris, you recited with driving with suspended, canceled, or revoked registration and driving while license suspended or revoked. Both of those, I believe both of those charges will suspend your license for 6 months. Will you, how do you wish to plead?
NOLO.
Madam
He
Clerk,
is not eligible.
you are not eligible you're not eligible to utilize your NOLO plea, sir, or not, or have the points, so avoid the suspension.
So what if my license already suspended?
You'll tack on more suspension.
Okay, I'm guilty.
Guilty, thank you so much.
All right.
Blake Hatton. Blake Hatton.
Here.
Ms. Hatton, you recited with violation of a traffic control device, driving without a valid license, and failure to change your address or name on your license. I believe the driving without a valid license charge will suspend your license if you enter a plea of guilty or are found guilty. How do you wish to plead?
NOLO.
Is she eligible? Madam Clerk?
Give us a moment. We've got to check.
Okay, I'll hold on that. I'll put a NOLO by it, and I'll let you know, Ms. Hatton, whether or not you're eligible. I'll give the clerks an opportunity to look at that. William Head, I understand is a bond forfeiture. Pamela Hightower.
Present.
Ms. Hightower, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. You've been cited before you get signal lane change and turn. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty, thank you so much. Go back on mute, please, ma'am. Dennis
Yes, ma'am.
Holland. Dennis Holland. Roderick Hurst. Roderick, Mr. Hurst, you were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device. How do you wish to plead?
No.
Thank you. Brandon James.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. James, you were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device and driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked registration. I believe that last charge was suspending your license for 6 months if you're found guilty or enter a plea of guilty. How do you wish to plead, sir?
NOLO.
Is she eligible, Madam Clerk?
He is not.
Mr. James, you're not eligible to
I'm not.
utilize the
I'm not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, thank you. Kenetta James. Kenetta James.
Me, Kente James?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kente. Mr. James. Mr. James, you were cited with seatbelt violation and unlawful use of a wireless device. How do you wish to plead?
NOLO, please.
Thank you. Anaya Johnson.
Here, Your Honor.
Ms. Johnson, you were cited with tinted windows violation and failure to change your address or your name on the license. How do you wish to plead?
NOLO.
NOLO, thank you. Kara Johnson Jackson. Kara Nicole Johnson Jackson. Nicole Joyner. Nicole Joyner. Last name Jones, first name, it looks like Regine or, yeah, Regine Alexandria. Shalene Jules.
Yes, NOLO.
No, you were cited with stop sign violation. I'm saying you wish to plead NOLO. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, I have a bond for, thank you. I have a bond forfeiture for James Kelly. Marshwana Kennedy.
Little.
Marshwana Kennedy. Reginald Lewis.
I bundled his cases, Your Honor. He has trial next week. So we put them all on next week's calendar.
Okay. Thank you. Kanita Little.
Here, it's Juanita, but guilty.
Juanita, I'm sorry, Juanita.
It's fine.
You were cited with the stop sign violation and I'm saying you wish to plead guilty, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mauricio Lopez.
Mauricio López, por favor, active su micrófono si se encuentra presente y diga que está presente. Mauricio López, active su micrófono, por favor.
Thank you, Madam Interpreter. I don't hear from him.
Yes.
Andres, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
Andres Alexander Lorenzo.
Bond forfeiture.
Oh, thank you. Jessica Maddox. Jessica Maddox. Okay, not here. James McGuire.
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. McGuire, you were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device, sir. How do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
Thank you so much. Shamia Montgomery.
Here.
Ms. Montgomery, you were cited with expired no license plate or decal. How do you wish to plead?
NOLO.
Thank you. Arrest Newsom.
I'm here. That's Eris Newsom.
Harris, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for correcting me. Ms. Newsom, you were cited with operating a vehicle without lights and failure to have a license on person. How do you wish to plead?
Nolo.
Thank you. Jose Lorenzo. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Ok, José Lorenzo Oidor Cruz. Si
He's
está
coming.
presente, señor Cruz, por favor, déjenos saber.
He's coming to the podium.
Ok, ¿necesita intérprete, señor Lorenzo?
Sí.
Yes, he does need an interpreter, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Cruz, you were cited with driving without a valid license and a brake light turn signal violation. How do you wish to plead?
Señor Cruz, a usted lo acusan por un cargo de manejar sin licencia y por no poner la luz de cruce o de girar, tenía las luces de atrás que no servían.
Sí.
¿Cómo se declara?
Culpable.
Guilty. Thank you.
Gracias.
Last name Osaba. I believe that I saw a note from him in the chat. I don't want to mess up your first name because
I'm a woman. I'm a woman.
I'm
it's
sorry,
okay.
ma'am.
It's cool. So before I enter my plea on the record, I overheard you saying that there's an opportunity for us to speak with the solicitor. I asked a question in the chat before I enter my plea. When is it that I could exactly have a conversation with the solicitor or your city prosecutor?
Certainly. So I would put you down for pretrial and then you can have it right after this session. In other words, we can hold your announcement pending your discussion with the solicitor.
Okay, and then so before we even get there, basically not to take up your time, are your bench trials via Zoom? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Somebody got their microphone. It's via Zoom? All right.
At least now they are.
Okay. All right, so I'll hold.
You want to hold? Okay. Thank you.
A quick question, even if we pick Nolo, we'll be able to speak to the prosecutor, the pre-trial?
No, if you pick Nolo, I'm going to take your Nolo plea. If you want to speak to the solicitor, you can do that. But if you plead Nolo, I'm going to take your Nolo plea and you're going to be excused.
I want to do a pre-trial.
Pre-trial, and that is Ms. Harris?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that.
No problem. Thank you. All right, James Page. James Page. Isaiah Parker.
Present.
Mr. Parker, you were cited with illegal stop, standing, or parking where prohibited. How do you wish to plead?
Nola.
Thank you. Dana Pate. I know I saw that person here before.
I'm here. I just
okay.
couldn't hit the unmute button.
No problem, Mr. Pate. You were cited with disorderly conduct. How do you wish to plead?
I'm a plead Nolo. I mean, because no matter what you say, you can make anything disorderly conduct. So yeah, no problem.
You'll plead Nolo? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Alondria Peak. Last name Peak. First name Alondria. Thank you. Morris Polite Jr. Morris Polite Jr. Darren Poor.
Present.
Mr. Poor, you were cited with driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked registration, driving while license suspended or revoked, and failure to maintain insurance. I believe all three of those, or any one of those, would suspend your license for 6 months if you're found guilty. How do you wish to plead, sir?
No contest.
No.
Madam Clerk, is he eligible?
Yes, he is.
All right, thank you. Ernesto Powell.
Yes.
Mr. Powell, you were cited with violations of child or youth restraints. How do you wish to plead?
Huh? Yeah.
Child.
Seatbelt.
Yeah, it was seatbelt for a child.
Nah, there wasn't no kids in my car. I got car seats, but there wasn't no kids when I got my ticket.
Yeah, the ticket actually does say seatbelt requirements for 18 and over.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
You have a seatbelt violation, sir. How do you wish to plead? Guilty, all right, thank you. I see a bond forfeiture for Dwayne Radford, Zenitra Reeves. Zenitra Reeves. Crystal Reyes.
Present.
Ms. Reyes?
Yes.
Okay, do you need an interpreter?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, Ms. Reyes, you were cited with expired no license plate or decal and failure to maintain insurance. Failure to maintain insurance if you enter a plea of guilty or are found guilty will suspend your license for 6 months. How do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty?
Correct, because, well,
Don't worry about that. We'll have that discussion at trial date, okay?
okay.
All right. Jesus Rodriguez.
Jesús Rodríguez, por favor, active su micrófono si se encuentra presente. Jesús Rodríguez.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kendra Robinson standing in for Jerome Lee on behalf of Mr. Rodriguez, Your Honor. I'd like to pre-try that with this city, Your Honor.
No problem. Thank you so much. Good.
Ms. Kendra, does your client need an interpreter?
He will need an interpreter, but I don't anticipating him entering a plea today, but on the day he does plea, he will need an interpreter.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mirza Rodriguez. Madam Interpreter, may you sound for that?
Yes, Your Honor. Mirza Rodríguez, si se encuentra presente, por favor, active su micrófono. Mirza Rodríguez.
Brandon Salgado Gonzalez.
Presente.
¿Necesita intérprete, señor Salgado? ¿Necesita intérprete?
Sí.
Yes, he does need an interpreter, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you were cited with driving without a valid license and failure to obey a traffic control device. How do you wish to plead?
Señora, usted se le acusa por manejar sin licencia y por no obedecer una señal de tránsito. ¿Cómo desea declararse?
Culpable.
Guilty.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. Horacio Sanchez Cruz.
I think it's bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you so much. Terrence Scott. Terrence Scott. Tara Shepherd.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Shepherd, you were cited with following too closely. How do you wish to plead?
No.
Thank you. Gary Scherer. I may be pronouncing that incorrectly. Gary Alfred Scherer. Last name Simmons. First name. I apologize if I mess it up. Curiana. To Curiana, I apologize. Ms. Simmons, you were cited with failure to have a license on person in a seatbelt violation. How do you wish to plead?
No.
Thank you. LaShanta Simpson.
I'll try my best.
LaShanta Simpson. A. Marie Stackhouse.
Here.
Ms. Stackhouse, you were cited with theft by shoplifting less than $500. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Thank you. Narkeef Starr.
Hello.
Mr. Starr, good afternoon.
How you doing?
Good, thank you. You were cited for following too closely. How do you wish to plead?
No.
Thank you. Martin Stuckey. Martin Stuckey.
Present.
Mr. Stuckey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You were cited with expired or no license plate or decal. How do you wish to plead?
No.
Thank you. Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor. Mr. Taylor, you were cited with following too closely. How do you wish to plead, sir?
No.
Thank you. Quintarius Taylor.
Here.
Mr. Taylor, you were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device. How do you wish to plead?
No.
Thank you. Beulah Dighan?
Yes.
Ms. Dighan, you were cited with 2 violations of the leash law. How do you wish to plead?
Yes.
Guilty, not guilty, or nolo?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Thank you so much. Earl Thomas?
What'd you say?
Present.
Oh, Miss Dighan, we're done. Have a seat, ma'am, please. Mr. Thomas, you were cited with failure to have a license on person. How do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
Thank you. Keon Turner Jackson?
Present.
Mr. Jackson, you were cited with unlawful use of wireless device. How do you wish to plead?
Nolo.
Thank you. In gay, I may be pronouncing that improperly. Wado Yawn.
It's Nagai Yawn. And
The guy Yawn. Thank you
I'm
so
present,
much,
yes.
sir. And
You're
you
welcome.
you were cited with stop sign violation. How do you wish to plead?
Nolo.
Thank you. Last name Walker, first name A-H-S-H-A.
That's Asha. Asha.
Asha. I'm sorry, Mr. Waddell, your plea was nolo, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Walker, you were cited with following too closely. How do you wish to plead?
Nolo.
Thank you. Eric Walker.
Walker. They're coming to the podium, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can speak, sir.
All right. All right, Mr. Walker, you were cited with disorderly conduct. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Thank you. Roosevelt Walker.
Walker. He's coming, Your Honor.
Thank you.
How you doing, Your Honor? I'm here.
Oh, okay. Mr. Walker, you were cited with failure to yield to the right of way while making a turn. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Thank you. Johnny Weber. I'm sorry, I see bond forfeiture. I apologize. Andre Whitehead.
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. Whitehead, you were cited with improper turn and driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked registration. Guilty plea or being found guilty of the second charge will automatically suspend your license for 6 months. How do you wish to plead, sir?
Nolo.
Madam Clerk, is he eligible?
He is.
Thank you so much. Shakidra Williams. Shakidra Williams. Myron Williamson.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Williamson?
Yes, ma'am.
You were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device. How do you wish to plead?
Nolo, please.
Thank you. Kiana Wilton. Kiona Wilton. Eric Zambrana. Eric, present. Mrs. Zambrana, you were cited with a violation of a traffic control device. How do you wish to plead?
Could I speak with the interpreter?
¿Necesita intérprete, señor Zambrana?
Sí, ¿qué diferencia hay entre que dice no low o no guilty?
What is the difference between nolo and not guilty?
Not guilty, you'll have a trial.
Si se declara no culpable, va a tener un juicio.
Nolo, you are not contesting the charges, and so I will, sentence you today or give you your fine amount today, and you'll be done.
Con el nolo, usted no está disputando el cargo, por lo tanto, se le va a imponer la multa el día de hoy y va a terminar con su caso hoy. No tiene que volver de nuevo.
Ok, estoy seguro que el policía de tránsito se equivocó. Yo no soy culpable.
I am sure that the traffic police made a mistake. I am not guilty.
Okay, we'll take that plea. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Anyone whose name I did not call, that concludes the call of the calendar. Anyone's name who's here, whose name I did not call, please come off of mute.
So my name
My name is Hello?
Okay, I see Miss Cecilia Watkins first.
Yes, so I just received a text on my phone. It may have been a mistake that I was supposed to be on Zoom today. I don't know why why a text was sent to my phone.
All right, Madam Clerk, can we check into Miss Watkins?
Yep, I'm checking now.
Thank you. Hold 1 second, Miss Watkins. Go back on mute for me.
Okay.
There's some background noise.
¿Hay alguna persona que no haya oído su nombre que se encuentre presente? Por favor, déjenos saber si se encuentra aquí presente porque necesitaba estar aquí en la audiencia y no oyó su nombre.
If you're not speaking, please put your, I think maybe I messed up because somebody's phone is really bad, has some bad feedback.
It might be me.
Yes, whoever did that is perfect because it stopped the noise. So Ms. Watkins, I have you checking on yours.
Yes, I've just looked and I don't see her in our system.
Ms. Watkins, they don't see you in the system.
Maybe it was sent to me in error.
Yeah. Or somebody could have used that phone number previously and it was on their driving history.
Maybe so, I don't know.
All right, well, Ms. Watkins, you're free to go. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
I think I saw Ms. Gilliam.
Yes, it's me. Hi.
Yeah.
The person, Kathy Ann Clark, she pleaded NOLO, and that was the person that was me and her. I was in an accident with her. Well, she hit my car.
Okay, well, she
pleaded NOLO.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw her. So do I need to continue this call?
Nope. If she's entered a plea of NOLO, I'm gonna let you go. If there's anything else, you'll hear from the court.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Yolanda. I have Ms. Montgomery here. She originally pled NOLO.
Hold on, just 1 second. Ms. Gilliam, you can disconnect or go on mute.
I'm trying.
Oh, perfect. All right. I'm sorry, Ms. Green. Go ahead.
I have Ms. Montgomery here. She originally entered a NOLO plea. She says she wants to change it to a not guilty so that she can present her evidence.
Okay, I'll change that. Thank you. Anyone else whose name I did not call?
You called LaJonda, but I would like to change my plea because I noticed that says my license is suspended and revoked, and they're not suspended nor revoked.
All
so
right.
I'd like to get the evidence to say that I have a license. I just haven't gotten it changed over.
Okay, what's your last name?
Burton, B-U-R-T-O-N.
Good God. All right, and you want to change your plea to not guilty, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me. Hold on. Miss Burton, you can go back on mute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I see Robert Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, did I call your name?
You already called my name, but I want to change my plea.
To what?
I want to change my plea.
To what?
Not guilty, because I have a question for you. If I change my plea to not guilty, all I have to do is show proof that I have the registration in my license.
I can't tell you how to present your case, sir. If you plead not guilty, you'll have an opportunity to come back and present any evidence you have to the court, and the judge at that time will make that determination.
Okay, yeah, not guilty.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyone whose name I did not call. All right.
Hey, did you get my name? Did you get me?
Your name is, sir, Charles Taylor?
Yes, I just wanted to make sure.
Hold on, Mr. Taylor. Yes, I have you, Mr. Taylor. It's NOLO.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Gilbert, I see you have your hand raised, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I got one question.
Go ahead.
I got the money to pay it now. How do I go about doing that?
Well, we'll talk about that when I get to you. Okay.
Okay.
You entered a plea of guilty, so when we get to you, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
It's
I was just saying I'm about to be at the doctor's office because I was in a wreck. So I was just trying to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't speed it up.
No, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
You can put your hand down. Ms. Little, how can I help you?
Heard you explain it a little further to, I don't know what his name is, and I wanted to change mine to Nolo instead of guilty.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Mr. James, how can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to see if I can talk to the solicitor, but
right.
before I can continue with my plea.
No problem.
Okay.
So I'm gonna change yours from not guilty to pretrial. All right, Mr. Parker. Put your hand down, Mr. James. Mr. Parker. How can I
Yes,
help you?
ma'am. I just had a question about the charge that was actually read today. Wasn't what was on my ticket. So I just wanted to ask, like, what was going on with that?
Hold on 1 second. All right, I have the charge, and I'm not looking at the citation. I'm looking at my calendar. Illegal stop, stand, or parking were prohibited.
And the ticket I got with the court date for today says it's for the running a red light. So I'm not sure. Is that the same thing?
Madam Clerk? What is the
Stand by.
citation?
One second, I'm still on Brandon Parker. 1 second.
Okay, hold on 1 moment.
Okay.
And I recognize people want to change, please. It's very difficult in this Zoom setting to make these adjustments, okay? So you got to hold on.
You have your son.
Okay, Brandon James,
This is a.
you wanted to change your plea to what now, sir?
Well, I wanted to talk to the solicitor before
Okay.
I continue. With
Okay,
my
I
plea.
just wanted to make sure okay, thank you so much.
All right.
My name is spelled incorrectly.
Ms. Burton,
Ma'am,
please
you
don't do that. Please don't do that. Please. While we're sorting out the pleas, is there a room that Mr. Marie Rose can go with the attorney so that he can start on that?
Yes, the attorneys are already in that room.
All right, Mr. Marie Rose, you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I may send you some NOLOs shortly.
Not guilty. I just want to verify your information because I'm going to let you go. You're going to get another court date. It's 08.09. And that's your current. Okay, so you're free to go. We'll send you an email with the we'll mail you in the mail. We'll get your mailing address right there for me. Can you help me with Miss 18? Yeah. I just need
Judge Sellers.
Yes.
So in reference to Mr. Parker's citation, he has the right violation. We entered it incorrectly in our system.
Okay, what is the correct violation?
It's running a red light.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Clerk. Mr. Parker, so I apologize. You were cited with running a red light. How do you wish to plead, sir?
NOLO, if I can.
Yeah, okay, Madam Clerk, is he eligible?
He is.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Parker. You put your hand down.
Thank you.
Mr. James, how can I help you?
Yes, can I cancel this video and come pay in the morning?
Nope. You could have done that before the arraignment calendar. After the arraignment calendar, you can still pay in the morning, but you can't cancel the video.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem. Mr. Zambrana, how can I help you?
Williamson?
Okay, what is the next step for the?
I'm gonna talk about that right now.
Okay.
Ahorita lo va a explicar, señor Zambrana.
All right. So if you are still in this room, you have either entered a plea of guilty, not guilty, or NOLO. Okay. What we're going to do is I am going to take the guilty pleas first. then the NOLO, please, then the not guilty, please. All right?
Lo que voy a hacer ahora es que voy a tomar los casos que se declararon nulo, culpable, y después los de no culpable.
Judge Sellers,
Yes,
would you like me to go ahead and put everybody that pled NOLO in the NOLO room?
please do.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Thank
If
you.
you, I appreciate that. If you have entered a plea of NOLO, the clerk is going to move you to another room.
Si usted se declaró nulo, le van a hacer una invitación para que se pase a una sala virtual particular donde va a estar privada con otras personas.
Either the solicitor or myself will come to that room to take the pleas.
Puede que sea el fiscal o yo, que cuando terminemos de hacer lo que vamos a hacer aquí, nos vamos a mudar para esa sala para tomar su declaración de nulo.
All right, you'll see a button on your screen. If you've entered a NOLO plea, you'll see a button on your screen. Click that button so that you can go to the NOLO room.
Si usted se declaró nulo, ahorita le va a aparecer un botoncito en la pantalla diciendo que se va a ir a una sala virtual de pequeños. Y entonces aprieta ese botón para que se pueda mudar a esa sala.
Y disculpe una pregunta.
I do have a question. ¿Quién es este?
Diego Cedillo.
Diego Cedillo, ok.
Quería preguntarle sobre el caso esa que culpable por no tener licencia y cómo se termina.
I have a question about the case about not having a license. How is that going to be resolved?
How did you plead, sir?
¿Cómo se declaró usted, señor?
Culpable porque, así como le digo, me pararon así solo por no estaba encendido el luz cuando estaba.
Like I said before, guilty because they stopped me because the light wasn't on, and then they stopped me because of that.
So you have the option. So today, sir, is not the time for me to hear evidence. You have the option to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or NOLO. If you want to present, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hoy no es el momento para presentar pruebas. Usted tiene ahorita es para que diga cómo se declara, si se declara culpable, no culpable o nulo, pero no para hablar del caso.
Oh, yo me declaré culpable porque así como le digo, como no tengo licencia, solo lo presenté una licencia internacional.
I pled guilty, like I said before. I don't have a license. I just gave the officer an international license.
So how do you wish to plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or NOLO? I can't give you legal advice. I can only take your plea right now.
¿Cómo desea declararse? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputa los cargos? Yo no le puedo dar asesoramiento legal en este momento. Solo quiero saber cómo se va a declarar.
Pues la verdad no sé porque así como le digo que no sé cómo decirle.
The truth is that I don't know. I don't know how to do it. ¿Cómo dijo que se va a declarar?
Well, he can hang on for a minute. Let me push through these guilty pleas.
Okay, ¿se va a declarar culpable o no culpable, señor?
Okay.
Okay, entonces vamos a esperar a que usted decida. Vamos a hablar de su caso más adelante.
All right. Mr. Turner Jackson, how can I help you?
You said it was a button for the NOLO for the NOLOs. I don't see the button on my screen.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk.
We're still working on them.
All right, they're still working on them. Give them a second, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Stuckey, how can I help you? Okay, give them a second. They're working on it, all right?
All right.
All right. Madam Clerk, whenever you're ready for me to take guilties, you say the word and I can start.
Yes. Can you hear me? It's Laundry. My phone had died early. I was in court and I just now getting back in the screen. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, ma'am.
Certainly. Did you say Miss Peak or Mr. Peak? I don't see you. Can you cut the video on for me, please?
1 second. Let me put my phone on. Now to start the video on.
Okay.
Okay, there you go right there.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss
earlier I was in there for like an hour. I was waiting on for like an hour. It's a shame my phone died. It just left me on like the leaving the meeting screen or something. It was waiting on y'all to join.
I understand, ma'am. We had our morning calendar from 8 o'clock this morning didn't into 1:45.
Oh,
so
okay, gotcha.
I do understand that.
I'm aware of that part, so I'm just logging back in because my phone had died. So
I understand that. You were this is your arraignment calendar. You were cited with a stop sign violation and driving while license suspended or revoked. How do you
Okay.
wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no law?
No,
No.
because I didn't know they were suspended, so I don't know. There was something else going on in another county off of an error off a ticket not paid.
So Ms. Pete, I'm not doing this to be rude, but you have the right to remain silent.
Okay, got you.
Anything you
Yeah,
say
that's
can
fine.
only be used against you. So it's just please today, okay?
Yeah, got you. So yeah, I don't want to do that. I need to get an attorney or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you're gonna enter a plea of no, you indicate that you want to enter a plea of no law.
I want to enter. I don't know what I want to do yet. I need to speak with my attorney first. I don't know what I need to do right now in this case.
Okay, so calm down. What we're gonna do is I can change your plea to not guilty and give you an opportunity to get an attorney. How about that?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. We can do that.
We'll do that. Wrong thing. All right, Miss Fire Moon, how can I help you?
Yes, ma'am, I haven't entered a plea yet, I don't believe.
Did I call your name?
No, ma'am.
1 second. I'm fairly confident I did call your name and you didn't answer because your name is one that, yep, I did call your name and you didn't answer. So
I couldn't download, couldn't get, the app wouldn't download.
Okay, no problem. Well, you were cited with driving while license suspended or revoked, driving on suspended or canceled or revoked registration, acquiring a license plate to conceal vehicle, and failure to maintain insurance. 3 of those charges will suspend your license if you enter a plea of guilty or are found guilty. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Guilty. All right. Thank you so much. You can go back on mute.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anyone else over here that did not receive the notification?
If you've pled no law,
Charles, me, I didn't receive the notification yet. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Thank you. Anybody else?
Excuse me, I have a question. My call was disconnected and I wanted to see if is there any information that I didn't get?
Miss Crystal, what was your last name?
Reyes?
How did you plead?
No guilty.
Not guilty. Nope, you're in the right place. You can go back
Okay.
on mute. All right. Madam Clerk, are we ready for the guilties or not yet?
Okay, and Miss Firehouse, Fire Moon? What was your plea?
Guilty.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Yates or Ms. Payton, I am back. I believe there were, 2 people that wanted pre-trials with me, and then if there's some NOLOs that I can take off the judge.
You're in, yeah, the NOLOs are already in a room, so you're
All right.
right on in.
There was the people that wanted to pre-try. I'm going to go ahead and throw them in room 3, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, Solicitor, I have 4 here that pled NOLO and they actually qualify, just so you know.
Okay.
Mr. Jackson Turner, how can I help you? Mr. Turner Jackson.
Yes, my phone, the meeting got disconnected and I was supposed to be in the room with the NOLOs and I'm in this, I'm in this one. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get to switch between rooms.
One moment, the clerk will send you a notification.
Mr. Turner Jackson, I just sent a notification to you.
Miss Jules, how can I help you? You're still on mute?
I guess I'm not seeing a notification for the NOLOs.
Yeah, we sent it to you.
Can it be sent again? Do I join the break room? Yes, do I join the break room or does it?
Yes, the breakout room.
Okay, so just click on where it says join breakout room.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No problem.
Miss Little, how can I help you? Miss Little, how can I help you?
think she had the same problem.
Hold on one moment. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so are we ready, Madam Clerk, for the guilties, please?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Excellent. All right, Mr. Bobby Balzar, Baltazar.
Hello? Yeah, yes, man.
All right, Mr. Baltazar, you indicated that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes,
And you were charged with the traffic, failure to obey a traffic control device and driving while license suspended or revoked.
yes,
And you understand that by pleading guilty to the second charge, your license will be suspended for 6 months.
yes, I understand that.
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter the truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes,
All right, Mr. Baltazar, you, as I mentioned, you were cited with failure to obey a traffic control device and driving while license suspended or revoked. You're entering guilty pleas to both of those charges. Do you understand you have the right to, you understand the right to enter a plea of not guilty and have a trial?
yes, I understand that, man.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right?
Yes,
You understand you have the right to an attorney?
yes,
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right?
yes,
You understand that this court has the authority to impose a fine or a sentence upon you not to exceed $1,000 except in certain circumstances and no more than 1 year of incarceration. That's the max that I can do. You understand that?
all right, that's it. You understand that.
And you are freely and voluntarily giving this plea. Is that correct?
Yes,
All right, I'm going to accept your plea, sir. Accept your plea of guilty to both of these charges. Madam Clerk, what are the standard fines for these charges?
Traffic control device, 135, driving while suspended or revoked, 760, total 895.
Thank you so much, Madam Clerk. Mr. Baltazar, your fine on the traffic.
hold on, I don't know, something.
Hold on, the fine on the failure to obey traffic control device is $135. The fine on driving while license suspended or revoked is $760 for a total of $895. Are you able to take care of that today or within the next 2 weeks?
I got a question. Does that come out? Can that come out the bail money or no? Can I?
Out the bail money?
Yes, because I'm posted bond on this charges, right? So
I believe that there is a separate process for you to retrieve your money that you posted for bond.
okay.
So,
so can I pay? So if that's the case, can I pay like in 2 weeks though? I could do like the 3rd of September.
So I can give you 14 days within which you can pay with no penalty. If you miss, if it takes you longer than 14 days, you'll have to pay a $200 fine.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so that would put me on that put me exactly where I wanted to be on the 2nd of September. So that's fine.
Okay, or I was going to give you another option, or I can place you on pay only probation, which will give you 30 days to pay for free. And if you need longer than that, you can have up to a year, but you'll have to pay
No. That's how you said probation, man. No, I'm fine. It'll be paid on the 2nd. That's fine.
Okay,
fine.
Sounds great. Is your email address in the chat, Mr. Baltzar?
Yes,
Mr.
the one
Baltzar?
that's yes, the tsrock@gmail.com. Yes.
Madam Clerk, do we have that?
Give me one moment.
Oh, I didn't know. I got
The chat.
read the chat.
I'm sorry. Chat. It says it.
Okay, then you type it in.
Type tsrock@gmail.com.
Oh, tsrock.
I don't see your information.
No,
in
I'm
the
doing.
chat.
I'm doing it now. Yeah, I'm doing it now. I didn't notice I had to do it this way. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just sent it over just now.
To everyone.
Yes. Okay.
I
Yes.
see it. Thank you. I have it. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Baltazar, please
Yes.
check your email inbox and in your spam folder for an email from the clerk, okay?
Okay. Do that now while we're on the chat.
Nope, they'll send it out in the next 24 to 48 hours, okay?
Okay. Okay, man. One more question.
Certainly.
So once I pay the fine, then I could retrieve the bond money.
There's a separate, you need to contact whoever bonded you, whatever company they use, and go through their process.
No, but I bonded straight through the courts, I believe. I posted the whole bond to the precinct.
I'm not showing any indication of a bond, but we will research it and we will be in contact with you, Mr. Baltazar.
All right, that's cool. But all right, no problem. I'm comfortable.
All right, thank you so much. You can disconnect from the call.
Okay, one more. Sorry, one more question. You said it's 817, right?
895.
895. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Why doesn't everybody go ahead and put your email address in the chat? That way we don't have, to spend a ton of time on that. All right. Diego Cedillo Pastor.
Presente.
Okay. Mr. Pastor, you're pleading guilty to driving without a valid license, correct?
Somebody speak Spanish?
Madam Interpreter, you're on mute.
Sorry, disculpe, I'm sorry. Señor Pastor, ¿usted se declara culpable al cargo de manejar sin licencia? Señor Pastor.
Yo pienso que no, porque me pararon así nomás. De que sí no tengo licencia, pero me pararon así mientras que las luces estaban bien.
Okay, I don't think so, because they just stopped me because the lights were not working, but they just stopped me because of that. I didn't have a license, but they stopped me because of the lights were not working.
Mr. Diego Cedillo, this is the time to enter a plea, sir. If you want to explain your position, we can put you on a trial calendar.
Señor Cedillo, este es el momento en que usted va a decir qué quiere hacer con su caso. Si usted quiere explicar lo que pasó en su caso, entonces puede pedir que se le haga un juicio. Pero ahorita lo que queremos es saber qué quiere hacer usted con su caso, no para dar explicaciones.
No, pues no, culpable.
Well, no, then guilty.
Okay, so you are entering a plea of guilty to driving without a valid license. Is that correct?
Entonces usted se está declarando culpable al cargo de manejar sin una licencia válida. ¿Es eso correcto?
¿Perdón?
Usted se está declarando culpable al cargo de manejar sin una licencia válida. ¿Es eso correcto?
Y me declaro culpable por no tener licencia.
Do I plead guilty for not having a license?
That is the question, sir.
Esa es la pregunta, señor.
Sí, porque no tenía licencia en esos tiempos.
Yes, because I did not have a license then.
Okay. Raise your right hand.
Levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter is the truth under penalty of perjury?
¿Usted jura que el testimonio que va a dar aquí es bajo pena de perjurio?
¿Perdón?
What was that again?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in the matter is the truth under penalty of perjury?
¿Usted jura que el testimonio que usted va a dar aquí en este asunto es la verdad, so pena de perjurio?
No entiendo eso, perdón.
Okay,
no
let me just find out something, Your Honor. Señor Cedillo, ¿el español es su primer idioma o usted habla una lengua indígena?
No, yo hablo dialecto.
Usted habla dialecto y no está entendiendo el español.
No, bueno, no, yo casi
no entiende muy
solo
poco.
Hablar de, sí, casi no estoy haciendo.
El español.
Sí, correcto.
Okay, Your Honor, Mr. Cedillo actually speaks an indigenous language. His Spanish is a broken Spanish. So he doesn't seem to understand everything, especially the legal terminology.
Okay, Madam Interpreter, what is that? I mean, do I need to reset him for a different kind of Spanish interpreter? What do you,
Well, it's not really Spanish, Your Honor. It's an indigenous language, and it's going to be very difficult to find. Maybe let me find out what language he speaks, because there's tons of indigenous languages. So let me find out. It's a dialect. So let me find out. Señor Cedillo, ¿qué dialecto habla usted?
Ichil.
¿Cómo?
Ichil.
Ichile, ¿cómo se escribe? ¿Me lo puede deletrear? Porque no lo conozco.
Es I-X-I-L.
I-X-I-L.
Ajá.
¿Y lo pronuncia como?
Ishil.
Ishil, okay. The dialect, I'm going to spell it for you, Your Honor, is I-X-I-L. And it's the sounds Ixil. And it's going to be very difficult. I mean, I don't, this is the first time that I encountered this dialect. Let me ask him where he's, ¿de qué país es este dialecto? ¿De qué zona?
El departamento es Quiché, municipio de Neva. Es de Neva ese dialecto.
Municipio de Neva, ¿pero qué país?
De Guatemala.
De Guatemala.
Sí.
It's a Guatemala indigenous language from the municipality of Neva.
Okay, so I clearly can't take his plea today because he doesn't understand what's going on.
Yes.
I mean, to reset him, I'm not certain that I guess we'll reset him and figure out what we do later.
Do you want me to find out if he knows somebody in his area, that speaks that dialect and Spanish? Because if you have somebody who can speak both those, then we can do a relay interpreting.
Okay,
I know you're not going to find somebody that is certified in that language, definitely, but let me find out if they know somebody in the community who can speak the language and Spanish. Okay. Señor Cedillo, ¿usted conoce a alguien que hable su idioma y que hable español, o que hable inglés, o por lo menos español y su idioma?
Solo porque si me dan otro corte y le voy a pedir a mi hermano yo creo que él sabe más un poquito de español que yo, entonces si me pueden dar otra fecha de otro corte, y yo le voy a pedir favor a él que él me ayude para entenderlos más claro, pues.
Ok, entonces ¿su hermano habla español mejor que usted?
Sí, él habla un poquito más que yo.
¿Y no conocen a otra persona que hable bien el español?
No.
No? Okay, let me tell the judge. Let me see, Your Honor, he said that if you give him some time, then he can try to see if his brother, who speaks better Spanish than him, can come and help him. But they don't know anybody else who speaks really well Spanish and the indigenous language, or Spanish or English and the indigenous language. So if you want to give that a try.
Yes, can you tell him that, please?
Sí, le vamos a dar otra fecha para que venga y consiga a una persona que hable mejor el español para poder hacer una interpretación de dos intérpretes donde él habla su idioma y español a mí y yo le hablo inglés a la juez, ¿ok?
Sí, hazme favor, déjame el corte en otra fecha entonces para entenderlo
Yeah,
bien.
so he's asking for another day, Your Honor, to come.
Your Honor, may I speak? Investigator Daniel here.
Your Honor, I think you're muted.
Thank you, I'm sorry. Yes, Investigator Daniel.
Ma'am, Your Honor, in cases like this, we've often bound those over to state court. They tend to have more resources than we do for things like that.
That's why you're here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's unless the solicitor has an objection. I thought he was on, but he may not be. Let's go ahead and find that over.
Your Honor, just please, tell them that kind of language interpreter they need. That way they don't have to go through this whole process to find out, what he speaks, and make sure that you put there is Guatemala indigenous dialect, and it's the name of the dialect that I gave you.
Okay.
Just to make, because I work with interpreters in state court, just to make their job not as hard to find somebody.
Yes, Madam Clerk, can we make those notations?
Yes, and just to clarify, you said the municipality is Nava, N-A-V-A?
Let me find out for sure.
Okay.
That's what I said, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with the area. Señor Cedillo, la municipalidad es ¿cuál? Dígamelo otra vez.
El municipio es de Neva.
Neva, N-E-V-A.
Sí, Neva.
Ajá, Neva, ajá.
Sí.
Y después me dijo otra cosa, que el departamento.
Quiché.
¿Cómo se escribe eso?
Quiché es con
Oh,
Q.
Quiché.
Sí.
Ok.
Ajá.
Ese es Q-U-I-C-H-E. Quiché.
Ajá, correcto, quiché.
Entonces, pero usted no habla quiché, o este es un derivado de quiché.
No. Quiché es otro dialecto, Quiché tiene un dialecto, el municipio de Neva es otro dialecto.
Ok, entonces el de usted es Ixil, ok.
Ixil.
Ok, Miss Andrea, it is the municipality of Neva, which is N-E-V-A, and then the department of Quiché, and that will be Q-U-I-C-H-E, okay? Those are other dialects, but somehow they are, that's the way they describe it. That his dialect is the one that I gave you, I-X-I-L.
Okay, and you said Department of Quiché.
Quiché, that's right.
Okay, I have it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So do you want to still keep him online to give him the new date or?
Just please let him know that we will send him a new court date.
Oh, do you want his email address if he has one, Your Honor?
Oh, yes, please. Yes,
okay.
Please.
Señor Cedillo, ¿usted tiene correo electrónico?
Sí.
¿Usted sabe cómo usarle el chat? Si lo puede poner en el chat, por favor.
¿En dónde? Allí donde
Okay.
me mandaron
En su pantalla, si usted toca la pantalla, aparece una palabra que dice chat, C-H-A-T. Si usted aprieta ahí, C-H-A-T, ¿no lo ve en la pantalla?
No, aquí no aparece.
Está en el teléfono, donde dice más en su teléfono, se aprieta donde hay unos puntitos, a veces aparece. Me aparecen unos puntitos por ahí en algún lado si toca la pantalla.
Ya.
Ajá, aprieta esos puntitos a ver si le dice chat.
Ya lo encontré el chat. ¿No tiene para apuntar allí para mandarlo de una vez?
Usted puede ponerlo directamente ahí. Si usted escribe el chat, entonces escribe su dirección, el correo electrónico ahí mismo.
Pero usted no lo puede apuntar de una vez para que le...
Dígame pues, pero es más seguro porque yo no quiero cometer un error, pero dígame cuál es.
Ok, permítame un tantito.
He's trying to do it on the chat, Your Honor.
Okay, let's move on and
okay.
We may have to come back to that.
Okay.
DeAndre Colvin.
¿Allá tiene algo para
Colvin.
apuntar?
Okay,
Yes,
I think, Your Honor, I think he's going to give it to me. I'm sorry, he's going to give it to me. He's going to spell it to me. Okay, dígame pues, ¿cuál es?
Es D de dedo,
Ajá.
E de gato.
Perdón, D de dedo y G de gato, ok.
Correcto. 8116.
8116.
565. Arroba
Gmail. Ok, entonces se lo repito. D de dedo, G de gato, 8116565 @gmail.com.
Arroba gmail.com.
Ok, muy bien. I have it, Miss Yates.
I'm ready.
Okay, it's D as in David, G as in God, 8116565 @gmail.com.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So can he be dismissed?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Señor Cedillo, le van a mandar la corte nueva por su correo electrónico. Cuando le toque, preséntese con su hermano o sin él también, pero tiene que estar presente, ¿ok?
Aquí en el mismo Zoom o va a ser personal.
Is it going to be on Zoom or is it going to be in person?
I don't know.
No sabemos, pero se lo dicen ahí en el papel, se lo mandan. Si es por Zoom, se mete por Zoom y si es en persona, viene directo en persona, ¿ok?
¿Me lo van a mandar eso, el nuevo corte en mi correo o va a ser por
carta? Is it going to be through email or by mail, the new court date?
Email.
Por correo electrónico, por su correo electrónico se lo van a mandar.
Bueno, está bien entonces porque ya yo acabo de ir a traer ese corte otra vez porque según lo que me dijeron que ya me han mandado dos cartas de ese corte y supuestamente nunca lo recibí ninguna carta. Entonces ellos me cobraron $200 por el cargo que no lo recibí la carta y nunca lo recibí ninguna carta y por eso hasta ahorita me presenté en el corte. Porque,
Okay, Your Honor, he's telling me that he was he didn't receive the two previous notifications for being in court, and they charged him with, I guess, an FT8. They charged him $200, but he said that he never received any notifications about court.
Okay, so I don't quite know how to handle that. He may have to come to the court, but he should be on the lookout for an email.
Ok, entonces asegúrese que está revisando su correo y que ahí le van a mandar su nueva notificación y le van a decir si es en persona o si es por Zoom. Y si no, if he doesn't receive any notifications, Ms. Yates, should he call the court in a week or in 2 weeks?
I'm going to email him just to confirm his address and phone number for the bind over, and he'll receive communication from them. I don't know how long it may take. But I will email him to confirm.
Ok, mire, señor, so this case is bound over. Ok, señor Cedillo, su caso lo van a pasar para otro tribunal, para el Tribunal Estatal del Condado de Clayton. Ok, ya no va a presentarse en esta corte, sino en un tribunal diferente. Entonces, ellos se van a comunicar con usted para decirle cuándo le toca ir de nuevo. Ya no va a tener que venir a esta sala, sino a otro tribunal, que es el Tribunal Estatal de Clayton. Hasta que esté pendiente en su correo electrónico cuando le llegue esta información para que se presente con ellos. Y si no, llámelos y busque el teléfono para que llame al Tribunal Estatal de Clayton. ¿Ok? Clayton, se escribe Clayton, como suena, Clayton, para que los llame si no recibe notificación de ellos, pero ya no tiene nada que ver con esta sala de tribunal. ¿Ok?
Ok, bueno, permítame para apuntarlo, eso es lo que me
Hold on, stop.
Espérese un momentito.
Because we can't do this because everybody else that's sitting on the call is waiting.
I know, Your Honor.
So you're free to go into a breakout room or something so that I can take other guilty pleas. I don't know how to get him to understand what I'm saying, but we can't, I have everybody else on the call and I can't just sit here. I
understand, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I understand.
So I don't know if that's what you think will help. I'm happy to allow you to go into a breakout room. Certainly someone else comes up with that needs an interpreter will notify you. Okay. But I want to keep going to respect everybody else's time.
Ok. Señor Cedillo, lo van a poner en una sala virtual. Cuando le aparezca el botón, apriete lo que yo voy a estar allá con usted. Ok.
¿Ahorita?
Ahorita, sí. Para explicarle todo. Ok.
Ok.
What do you want to do, Miss Ada?
Yes, Your Honor. I will go in the breakout room to make sure that he understands.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, can we facilitate that, please?
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right. You want to tell him to look for the little button on the screen?
I did. Asegúrese que cuando salga un botón, usted lo aprieta y se mete conmigo para la otra sala, señor Cedillo, okay? And after that, can he be dismissed, Your Honor, after I explain to him? Okay.
Yes. All right. Mr. Colvin.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Colvin, you want to enter a plea of guilty to the 2 charges, failure to yield to right of way and driving without a license, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear firm testimony you're about to give in the matter of truth and the penalty of perjury?
I do.
Mr. Colvin, you were cited with failure to yield to the right of way of a vehicle and driving without a valid license. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You're pleading guilty to both of those charges. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
You understand that by entering a plea of guilty, you've waived your right to a trial.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you do have the right to plead not guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that this court has the authority, the maximum authority that I have is $1,000 fine, except in certain circumstances, and a 1-year incarceration period?
Yes, ma'am.
You are freely and voluntarily giving this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty. Madam Clerk, what are the standard fines for these charges?
135 for failure to yield right of way and 760 for driving without valid license. Total amount 895.
All right, Mr. Coben, I sent it. The fine is on the failure to yield to the right of way, $135. Driving without the valid license, $760 for a total of $895. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need additional time to pay?
I could pay the 135 today. I need additional time for the 795.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and place you on pay only probation for the entire amount. Okay, that
Yes, ma'am.
The first 30 days are free. After that, you'll be subject to a monthly supervision fees. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is your email address in the chat, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Clerk, you confirmed?
It's confirmed.
All right, Mr. Coleman, thank you so much. Look out for the email. Check both your inbox and your spam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Luis Cordova.
Aquí, presente.
I think I saw, did Miss Ida come back or not yet?
Oh, I'm sorry, not speak English.
I don't see her yet.
Okay. Un momento.
Gracias.
All right, let me jump. Mute. Okay. Crystal Fire Moon. Crystal Fire Moon.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Fire Moon, I understand you want to plead guilty to the 4 charges that have been asserted against you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter is the truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Fire Moon, you were cited with driving while license suspended or revoked, driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked registration, acquiring a license plate to conceal a vehicle, and failure to maintain insurance. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And I understand.
The license part, I didn't know didn't belong to the car because it was my wife's car.
Okay. You're entering a plea of guilty to that charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I understand from the clerk's office, you're not eligible to use NOLO. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Stand by, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not eligible. That's
Not
correct.
eligible. All right. And you understand that these charges will suspend your license?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give in the matter is truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And Ms. Fire Moon, you were cited with driving while license suspended or revoked, driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked registration, acquiring a license plate to conceal a vehicle, and failure to maintain insurance. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You're entering a plea of guilty to all 4 of those charges. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty to those charges
Yes, ma'am.
and have a trial.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving those rights.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand you have the right to an attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that the maximum possible sentence that this court can impose on any one of those charges, except in certain circumstances, is a 1-year incarceration period and a $1,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are freely and voluntarily entering this plea.
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea, ma'am, of guilty to all of these charges. Madam Clerk, what are the standard fines?
For the driving while license suspended is $760. Suspended, canceled, revoked registration, $760. Acquiring license plate to conceal vehicles, $720. Failure to maintain insurance, $585. Total amount, $2825.
Ms. Fire Moon, I sent it to you as follows: driving while license suspended or revoked, a fine of $760. Driving on suspended, canceled, or revoked registration, fine of $760. Acquiring a license plate to conceal a vehicle, $720. And failure to maintain insurance is $585 for a total of $2825. Is that something that you can take care of in the next 2 weeks, or do you need time to pay?
I need time, ma'am.
All right, we'll go ahead and place you on pay only probation. You can pay that fine in the next 30 days. You won't have any probation fees. After that, you'll be subject to probation fees, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is your email address in the chat?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Clerk, we confirmed?
Yes, confirm.
All right. Look out for an email from the clerk's office. Ms. Firemoon, check both inbox and spam, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank-
You're free to go.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, let's go back to Ms. Ida's back. Ms. Ada's back. Mr. Cordova?
Yes. Sí.
We have
Hola.
the interpreter.
Thank you. Gracias.
Ms. Ada? We're
Yes, Your
on
Honor.
Luis Cordova.
Ok, señor Cordova.
Hola.
Raise your right hand.
Levante su mano derecha, señor Cordova.
Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give in the matter of the truth under penalty of perjury?
¿Usted jura el testimonio que usted va a presentar aquí es la verdad, so pena de perjurio?
Te juro.
I do.
All right. Mr. Cordova, you recited with driving without a valid license and failure to obey a traffic control device.
Señor Cordova, se le acusa por manejar sin una licencia válida y por no seguir las señales de tránsito.
Es correcto, pues.
And you wish to plead guilty to both of those charges?
¿Y se quiere declarar culpable a los dos cargos?
Soy culpable, así es.
Yes, I am guilty. That's the way it is.
Okay. Do you understand that you have the right to plead not guilty and have a trial?
¿Usted entiende que tiene derecho a declararse no culpable y a tener un juicio? ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right?
¿Y usted entiende que declararse culpable usted renuncia a este derecho? ¿Entendió eso?
Entendido.
I did.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you understand you have the right to an attorney?
¿Usted entiende que declararse culpable usted renuncia al derecho a tener un abogado? ¿Entendió eso?
Entendido.
I did.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
¿Y usted entiende que al declararse culpable usted renuncia al derecho a tener un abogado? ¿Entendió eso?
Entendido. Okay.
I did.
You understand that the maximum this court can sentence you is a $1,000 fine per offense and up to 1 year incarceration.
¿Usted entiende que la pena máxima que le puede imponer este tribunal son $1,000 de multa por cada cargo y 12 meses de cárcel, una o las dos cosas? ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes. You are freely and voluntarily giving this plea.
¿Usted se está declarando libre y voluntariamente? ¿Lo está haciendo por su propia voluntad?
¿Cómo? Perdón, no entendí.
¿Usted se está declarando por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Oh, claro que sí.
Yes, of course.
All right, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty to these two charges. Madam Clerk, standard fines, please.
Driving without valid license, 760. Traffic control device, 165. Total 925.
Ok. Las multas son, acepto su declaración de culpable, las multas son 760 por manejar sin licencia y 165 por no cumplir con las señales de tránsito, para un total de $925.
All right, I will sentence you to the driving without a valid license, a fine of $760, and failure to pay a traffic control device, a fine of $165 for a total of $925.
Entonces la condena que le impongo son 760 por manejar sin licencia, una multa de esa cantidad y otra multa por no obedecer las señales de tránsito de 165 para 925 en total.
Está bien, de acuerdo.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, are you able to take care of that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need additional time to pay?
¿Usted necesita más de 2 semanas para pagar esto o en 2 semanas, a más tardar en 2 semanas lo puede pagar?
Oh, necesito un poco más de 2 semanas.
I need more than 2 weeks.
All right, I will place you on pay-only probation.
Lo voy a poner bajo libertad vigilada para que pague, solamente con esa condición que tiene que pagar la multa.
Ok, sin problemas. ¿En cuánto
Okay.
tiempo?
How long?
You will have up to a year to pay, but after you get 30 days for free, and after that, you'll have to pay monthly supervision.
Ok, le voy a dar hasta 12 años, perdón, tiene hasta 12 meses para pagar.
Okay.
Si usted paga en los primeros 30 días, no se le cobra el costo de supervisión de libertad vigilada, pero si paga después de los 30 días, tiene que pagar un costo adicional cada mes que esté en libertad vigilada hasta que pague la multa completa.
Ok.
Ok.
Entendido.
I understood.
Is his email address in the chat? Your email address in the chat, sir?
¿Usted puso su correo electrónico en el chat, señor?
Creo que sí, pero si no, ahorita igual lo pongo de nuevo.
I think so, but otherwise I can do it again. Póngalo de nuevo para asegurarlo.
I see it.
Oh, he
I
has
see
it?
it.
You have it? Okay, ya lo tenemos. Gracias.
All right, look in both your inbox and your spam. Check for email from the court.
Asegúrese de que chequea su correo electrónico, también el spam, en las dos, por si acaso le llega el spam, que le están mandando los documentos y la información para que pague y todo esto de aquí del tribunal.
Entendido.
I understood.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you so much, Mr. Cordova.
Ya se puede retirar, señor Córdoba, gracias.
Muchas gracias. Buen día.
Hasta luego.
Lucinda Cotum Velasquez.
Asegúrese de apagar el micrófono.
She doesn't need she doesn't need an interpreter, does she?
No, Your Honor, she doesn't.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I want to see if there's anything else I need Miss Ada for. Do I need you for anything else?
Yes, you do, Your Honor. There's a few more cases. Let me just see here. On page 9, we have Nestor Josué Gutierrez. The
All right.
first one on the top.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Gutierrez.
Yes.
Okay.
Señor Gutierrez.
Mr. Gutierrez, raise your right hand.
Levante su mano derecha, señor Gutierrez.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter is the truth under penalty of perjury?
Usted jura el testimonio que usted va a presentar aquí en este asunto es la verdad o pena de perjurio.
Sí.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Gutierrez, you were cited with discharging firearms in the city. Is that correct?
Señor Gutiérrez, usted se le acusa por disparar un arma de fuego en la ciudad. ¿Es eso correcto?
Sí, en una casa donde estaba en el pasto.
Yes, at a house I was in the woods, so in the backyard. Yes, I did.
Okay, and do you want to enter a plea of guilty to that charge?
¿Quiere declararse culpable a este cargo?
Sí, soy culpable.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Guilty, yeah.
Do you understand that you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty and have a trial?
¿Usted entiende que tiene derecho a declararse no culpable y tener un juicio? ¿Entendió que tiene ese derecho?
Sí.
Yes.
And you understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Y usted entiende que declararse culpable y aquí usted renuncia a ese derecho. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney?
¿Usted tiene derecho a un abogado? ¿Entiende eso?
Sí, sí, entiendo.
Yes, I do. I do.
Do you understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Y al declararse culpable hoy aquí, usted renuncia a ese derecho. ¿Entiende eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you understand that the maximum possible sentence that I can impose is a $1,000 fine and or 12 months incarceration?
Ahí usted entiende que la pena máxima que le pudiera imponer son 12 meses de cárcel y una multa o las dos cosas. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí, está bien.
Yes, that's fine.
Are you freely and voluntarily giving this plea?
¿Usted se está declarando de esta manera por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Sí, por supuesto.
Yes, of course.
All right. I'm going to accept your plea as I find that it was freely and voluntarily given.
Voy a aceptar su declaración y considero de que lo ha hecho libre y voluntariamente.
¿Perdón?
Acepto su declaración y determino que la ha presentado libre y voluntariamente, que nadie lo ha forzado, lo que dijo la juez.
Sí.
All right. Madam Clerk, what is the standard fine?
$560.
Mr. Gutierrez, I'm going to sentence you to a $560 fine. Is that something you can take care of in the next 2 weeks?
Señor Gutiérrez, la multa que le voy a imponer es de $560. ¿Es algo que usted pueda pagar ahora? ¿Necesita hasta 2 semanas o más de 2 semanas?
560.
560.
Sí, las puedo pagar ahorita mismo.
Yes, I can pay it right now.
Okay. Since you're in the courtroom, Madam Clerk, Ms. Green, will you facilitate that?
I will. We don't have the manpower to do it. I'm gonna just have him do the post agreement, and he has up to 2 weeks to pay it.
Okay, I appreciate you.
You want me to explain that to him, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. Sí, puede pasar ahorita con la señora, a la ventanilla con secretaria. No va a poder pagar hoy porque el sistema como que no está funcionando, pero le van a dar las instrucciones de cuándo tiene que pagar y tiene que hacerlo antes de 2 semanas. Así que espere que para que lo llamen y le den la información sobre el pago, ¿ok?
Ok, está muy bien, gracias.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All
gracias.
right. What else you got, Miss?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I have, hold on 1 second. I think I have one more. I have on page 16, Mr. Oidor Cruz Jose Lorenzo is the first one on the page.
He's coming to this podium.
Is he in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. He's walking up.
Okay, no problem. While he's walking, Ms. Burton, if you got a question.
Yes, ma'am. Did you call my because I had my phone went out.
No,
Okay,
didn't call you. Didn't call you.
I apologize.
You can go back on mute. Miss Denise, can I help you?
I had an agreement to pay within 2 weeks my fine, but I wanted to ask, and once I pay my fine, would that be off my record? Would I got pulled over for?
So I'll be just being very transparent. I don't know. And if you want me to look into it, I need to take care of the people who are pleading guilty before I can look into it. Okay. You can always contact the clerk's office if you have further questions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. All right. We have in front of me Mr. Cruz. Is that correct?
Señor Cruz, ¿usted se encuentra aquí enfrente de nosotros?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Cruz, raise your right hand for me, sir.
Levante su mano derecha, señor Cruz.
Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give in the matter is the truth and the penalty of perjury?
¿Usted jura o afirma que el testimonio que va a presentar aquí en este asunto es la verdad, so pena de perjurio?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Cruz, you were cited with driving without a valid license and failure to utilize your brake light appropriately in a turn signal violation / turn signal violation. Is that correct?
A usted lo acusan por manejar sin una licencia válida y por no operar correctamente las luces de freno y tampoco las luces de la direccional. ¿Es eso correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And I understand you wish to enter a plea of guilty to both of those charges?
Tengo entendido que quiere declararse culpable a los dos cargos?
Sí, claro.
Yes, of course.
You understand that you have the right to... I'm sorry, Mr. Ford, can you please put your phone on mute? You understand that you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty?
¿Usted entiende que tiene derecho a declararse no culpable?
Sí.
Yes.
And if you enter a plea of not guilty, you will have a trial.
Y si usted llegara a declararse culpable, entonces tendría un juicio. ¿Entendió que tiene ese derecho?
Sí.
Yes, I understand.
And you understand that by entering you understand you have the right to an attorney?
¿Usted entiende que tiene derecho a tener un abogado?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Y usted entiende que declararse culpable, usted renuncia a ese derecho ahora. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí, claro.
Yes, of course.
You understand that the maximum penalty that this court can impose is a $1,000 fine and or 1 year incarceration.
Y usted entiende que la pena máxima que pudiera imponer este tribunal es de 12 meses de cárcel o una multa de hasta $1,000. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. You are freely and voluntarily giving these pleas?
¿Y usted se está declarando de esta manera por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Sí.
Yes.
I'm going to accept your pleas as I find they're freely and voluntarily given.
¿Acepta su declaración de culpable que lo está presentando libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Madam Clerk, standard fines, please.
For driving without valid license, 760, and brake light turn signal violation, 135, total 895.
All right, Mr. Cruz, your sentence is driving without the valid license, $760, and the brake light violation, $135.
Señor Cruz, las multas que le voy a imponer son de 760 por manejar sin licencia válida y 135 por no tener las luces correctas de los frenos y de la direccional. Y eso es un total de 895.
Sí, está bien.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks?
¿Usted puede pagar eso a más tardar en 2 semanas?
Si se pudiera ahora.
If I could do it today, I can do it today.
The clerk's office will facilitate that. Will facilitate, I mean, I think, don't you need 2 weeks, Madam Clerk?
Yes.
Yes. And so he'll have to do the post payment arrangement, and he'll have to come back on a different day to do that.
Okay, lo que pasa ahorita, señor Lorenzo, es que están los sistemas un poco bajos y no pueden tomar el pago ahora, pero se puede dirigir a la ventanilla para que ellos le digan cuando tiene que volver para que pueda hacer el pago y le den todo el papeleo acerca del pago posterior, ¿ok?
Ok.
Muy bien, ok.
Okay. All right, Madam Clerk, thank you so much.
I do have some more, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, hold on. It's a page. I think I have 2 more. It will be on page 20, Mr. Salgado Gonzalez Brandon.
Okay, Mr. Salgado.
Presente.
Mr. Salgado, raise your right hand for me.
Señor Salgado, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to hear? I'm so wrong. I've been saying it. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter is the truth under penalty of perjury?
¿Usted jura o afirma que el testimonio que va a presentar en este asunto es la verdad? ¿Lo jura so pena de perjurio?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Mr. Salgado, you were cited with driving without a valid license and failure to obey a traffic control device. Is that correct?
Señor Salgado, lo acusan por manejar sin una licencia válida y por no obedecer una señal de tránsito. ¿Es eso correcto?
Así es.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and you understand you wish to plead guilty to both of those charges?
Y entiendo que se quiere declarar a estos dos cargos, culpable a estos dos cargos.
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to plead not guilty and have a trial?
¿Usted entiende que tiene derecho a declararse no culpable y tener un juicio? ¿Entendió ese derecho?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Y usted entiende que declararse culpable, usted renuncia a este derecho. ¿Entendió eso?
Así es.
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney?
¿También entiende que tiene derecho a tener un abogado?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Y al declararse culpable, usted renuncia a este derecho. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that the maximum possible sentence that I can impose is $1,000 fine and or 1 year incarceration for each charge?
Y entienda que la pena máxima que le puedo imponer son de $1,000 de multa por cada cargo y 12 meses de cárcel por cada cargo, una o las dos cosas. ¿Entendió eso?
Así es.
Yes.
Okay. And you are freely and voluntarily giving this plea?
Y usted se está declarando de esta manera por su propia cuenta y por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Sí.
Yes.
Then accept your plea of guilty to both of these charges. Madam Clerk, please correct me if I'm wrong. 760 on the driving without a license and 135 on the traffic control device. Am I memorizing it good?
165 for the traffic control device.
See, that's why I'm gonna have to ask you.
And the total is 925 or something like that, Miss Yates?
That's correct, 925.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Salgado, on the driving without a license, I'm gonna sentence you to a fine of $760. On the failure to obey a traffic control device, I'm gonna sentence you to a fine of $165 for a total of $925.
Señor Salgado, le impongo una multa de 760 en el cargo de manejar sin una licencia válida y una multa de 165 en el caso de no obedecer una señal de tránsito para un total de $925.
Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks?
¿Usted puede pagar eso a más tardar en 2 semanas?
Un poco más de tiempo.
I need more time.
Okay, I'll place you on pay-only probation, which will give you up to 12 months to pay. The first 30 days are free. After that, you'll have to pay a monthly supervision fee.
Ok, lo voy a poner en libertad vigilada solamente hasta que pague. Tiene 12 meses para pagar. Si paga la multa en los primeros 30 días, no tienes que pagar el costo de libertad vigilada, pero si se pasa más de los primeros 30 días, va a tener que pagar por cada mes que se encuentre en libertad vigilada un costo adicional hasta que pague la multa toda completa.
Está bien.
That's fine.
All right. Madam Clerk, you'll facilitate getting the rest of this information?
Yes, Ms. Otter, could you explain to him clarify that he needs to fill out this probation intake sheet and then he's free to go?
Ok, tiene que llenar ese documento que habla sobre la inscripción para la libertad vigilada. Llena ese documento, se lo entrega a la señorita ahí y una vez que llene ese documento, ella diga que se puede ir, se puede retirar.
Gracias.
Thank you.
All right. I see people's hands raised. I need to push to the interpreter and then I'll be right with you. Next case is
Your Honor, it is Eric Zambrana.
Mr. Zambrana.
Right here.
All right, Mr. Zambrana. Raise your right hand for me.
Levante su mano derecha, señor Zambrana.
You swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter is truth under penalty of perjury.
Usted jura que el testimonio que va a dar aquí, afirme, jura que el testimonio que va a dar aquí es la verdad o pena de perjurio?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. All right, Mrs. Zambrano, you recited with failure to obey a traffic control device, and I understand you wish to enter a plea of guilty. Is that correct?
Tengo entendido que usted tiene un cargo de no obedecer las señales de tránsito, entonces se quiere declarar culpable. ¿Es eso correcto?
Soy inocente. No sé
I am innocent.
Oh, he wants to enter a plea of not guilty.
Entonces, ¿usted se quiere declarar no culpable?
No culpable.
Not guilty.
Consulta, ¿puedo hacer una consulta?
Okay.
Can I have a conference or ask something?
A conference, well, this is not really the time to do that. The time to do that is at your trial. And so what we'll have is the clerk to reset your case to a trial calendar, and then you can ask the questions or speak to, the solicitor, whoever you want to speak to at that time.
Okay.
Okay. ¿Entendió? ¿Quiere que se lo repita?
No, está bien.
Okay. He understood it in English, Your Honor, so le van a poner otra fecha porque se declaró no culpable, pero en ese momento es cuando puede hablar con el fiscal o con cualquier otra persona, cuando venga la próxima vez.
Sí, mi punto es, si mandan algún documento, darle mi dirección actual porque no he podido cambiarla en la dirección.
What I want to make sure is that they have my new address. I have been able to change my address. If they're going to send any kind of documents, I need to give them my new address.
Okay. Would you like to place that in the chat, please, sir? Can he type in the chat?
¿Lo puede poner en el chat, señor?
Could he provide me his email address and we'll correspond that way?
Okay. Coloque su correo electrónico en el chat, por favor, para que ella le pueda mandar los documentos a usted. Señor Zambrana.
Sí.
Okay.
Estoy en eso ahorita.
Okay. ¿Lo está mandando?
Sí.
Okay, he's sending it, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, and the only thing I have left is Mr. Cedillo, who never joined the breakout room, and he's still here. So I don't know how you want me to do that. What do you want me to do about that? You want me to call him and tell him?
Yeah, I can't take up any more time. I'm sorry, Mrs. Zambrano. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Okay, could you please confirm if you see my chat, my information?
Miss Andrea, do you have the email?
Yeah.
Yes, she does. Sí, ya la tiene.
You're free to go, Mrs. Zambrana. Thank you.
Ya se puede retirar. I'm just letting you know that he's right there, Your Honor. So however you want to go about this.
Let me. Everybody's been waiting. I can't.
Okay.
I can't. I'm trying to be respectful of your time, Miss Ada, but everybody else is waiting, and
I understand.
It's going to be like a lengthy process.
I understand.
Right, and so, yeah. Can you hang on with me for a few more minutes?
Yes, Your Honor. I am here for you.
I don't know if you need it in the other room, or you just gonna hang on.
I don't think so. Mine were just guilty and that not guilty, and then the case, Mr. Cedillo. That's all.
Okay. All right. Mr. Guest, your hand is raised. How can I help?
I just wanted to make sure I didn't get my phone disconnected because I'm at work at bad service. I can get looked over.
Nope, we didn't look over you. All right. So let me go back through my list again. Let me see. I'm start back from the beginning. Doing the guilties. I'm sorry, excuse me one moment. I have a Lucinda Velasquez.
Here.
Okay. Ms. Velasquez, you recited with failure to maintain insurance and you're entering a plea of guilty. Is that correct?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. The testimony you're about to give in the matter is the truth and the penalty of perjury.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Velasquez, as I mentioned, you recited with failure to maintain insurance. You understand you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty?
No, guilty.
No, you understand you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay. Yes.
And you understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney?
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes.
You understand that this court, the maximum possible sentence that I can impose is a $1,000 fine and or 1 year incarceration.
Yes, ma'am.
You are freely and voluntarily giving this plea.
Yes.
I'm going to accept your plea of guilty to failure to maintain insurance. Madam Clerk, what is the standard fine?
$585.
$585. Ms. Velasquez, I sentence you to a fine of $585, ma'am. Are you able to take care of that today, or will you need time to pay?
I need time to pay.
Okay, we'll place you on pay-only probation. That'll give you up to 12 months to pay. First 30 days are free. After that, they'll charge you a monthly probation fee, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Your email in the chat, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Clerk, confirmed?
Amazing team who have worked just incredibly hard these last few months, putting in late nights.
It's confirmed.
Okay, Ms. Velasquez, look out for an email either from your inbox. I'm sorry, on your inbox or in your spam from the court, okay, with directions from next steps, all right?
Yes.
Thank you so much. You're free to disconnect.
Thank you.
Moment. Dylan Gilbert.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Gilbert, you're pleading guilty to the following too closely, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear from testimony about to give in the matter the truth under penalty of perjury?
Hang out till she gets to you. Yeah, I just wanted to.
Mr. Gilbert, you said yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I mentioned you were cited for following too closely, correct?
Correct.
You understand you have the right to plead not guilty?
Correct.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes.
You understand you have the right to an attorney?
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes.
You understand that this court has the authority to impose a sentence of no more than $1,000 and or 1 year incarceration?
Yes.
You understand that by you are freely and voluntarily entering your guilty plea?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna find you guilty. I'm gonna accept your plea. Madam Clerk, standard fine.
$550.
You said $550?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Gilbert, the fine, the court imposes a sentence of $550 fine. Are you able to take care of that within the next 2 weeks, sir?
Can I pay it now?
You can't pay it right now, so you can pay it within 2 weeks. You can come up to the clerk's office and pay it within 2 weeks, okay?
See, that's the thing. I don't get off until 5, and I live in Griffin.
I think you can mail it.
Yes, he can.
You can get a money order, sir, and mail it.
Because I tried to pay it over the phone. Remember earlier I told you I tried to pay it over the phone, but they can't find my records whenever I go to pay it.
Sir, that system is malfunctioning. You can mail us a money order. We just must receive it within the 2 weeks.
To who?
I'm sorry, say one more time.
Mail it to who exactly?
Did you place your email address in the chat, sir?
I did.
You did not?
I did. Yes,
You
ma'am.
did? Okay, I'll email you that information, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're free to go, Mr. Gilbert.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Right. A. Marie Stackhouse.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Ms. Stackhouse, are you laying down?
I'll sit up. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. Ms. Stackhouse, please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony about to give in the matters of truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Stackhouse, you were cited with shoplifting less than $500, and I understand you wish to enter a plea of guilty. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. You understand you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty and have a trial?
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney?
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes.
You understand that this court has the authority to sentence you or to impose a sentence of no more than $1,000 and or 12 months incarceration?
Yes.
You understand, and you are in understanding that you are freely and voluntarily giving your plea?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea. Find you guilty. Madam Clerk, standard fine, please.
$760.
All right, Ms. Stackhouse, the fine is I'm gonna sentence you to a fine of $760. Are you able to pay that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need additional time to pay?
I need additional time to pay.
Okay, I'll go ahead and place you on pay only probation. First 30 days are free, ma'am. After that, you'll be subject to monthly probation fees, okay?
By monthly probation fee, do you mean like I have to pay for the probation or pay off my ticket?
Both.
Okay.
Yep, both. Is your email address in the chat?
Yes, I got one more question.
Certainly.
How much is the probation fee?
I don't know for certain. I think it's $39 a month, but I don't want to quote you. It may be different.
Okay.
All right. Did you say your email address is in the chat?
Yes.
Madam Clerk, confirmed?
Yes, confirmed.
All right. Check your inbox and the spam for emails from the court, okay?
All right.
You're free to go. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yes?
Can we look back on page 18? Mr. Ernesto Powell pled guilty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one moment. My sheets might be out of order. I apologize. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Yes, Mr. Powell, thank you so much. I apologize, my sheets were a little out of order. Mr. Powell, you were cited for seatbelt violations, correct?
Yes.
You want to plead guilty, correct?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. You swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter of truth and the penalty of perjury.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Powell, you were cited for seatbelt violations and you're entering a plea of guilty, correct?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty and have a trial.
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right.
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney.
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right.
Yes.
You understand that this court can impose a sentence of $1,000 and or 1 year incarceration.
Yes.
And you are freely and voluntarily giving your plea. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, madam, I'm going to accept your plea. Madam Clerk, what is the standard fine?
$15. 15.
$15. Mr. Powell, your fine is $15. Can you do that within the 2 weeks?
Today.
I think that the clerk's office has indicated that they meet due to staffing concerns. You have to come back to take care of that.
All right, I can do it.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much. Let me go back and make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Hold on. Thank you, Madam Clerk, for catching that. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Eric Walker.
I don't know, I got the information.
Eric Walker.
He's coming to the podium.
Okay. Perfect.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you, sir?
All right.
I'm gonna ask you to remove your hat. Thank you very much. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter of truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Walker, you were cited with disorderly conduct, and I understand you wish to enter a plea of guilty, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty and have a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes.
You understand that this court, the maximum possible sentence this court can impose is a $1,000 fine and or 12 months incarceration.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand, and you are freely and voluntarily giving this plea.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty, Madam Clerk. Standard fine, please.
$430.
All right, Mr. Walker, the fine is $430, so are you able to take care of that within the next 2 weeks?
Yes.
Are you sure you need more? You can have more time to pay, sir. I don't mean to suggest that you can. What would you like? You can. All right. Now listen, on day 15, if you don't take care of it, they're going to charge you $200. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Green will give you further instructions. Thank you so much.
Okay, have a blessed day.
You too. Roosevelt Walker. Roosevelt Walker.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Walker. Thank you so much, sir. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter is truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Walker, you were cited with failure to yield to the right of way and you want to plead guilty, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
You understand you have the right to plead not guilty and have a trial?
No.
No, I said you understand you have the right to plead not guilty and have a trial.
Okay, yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney?
Yes.
You understand that by entering that plea, you waive that right? By entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes.
You understand that the maximum possible sentence this court can impose is $1,000 fine and 12 months incarceration?
Yes.
You are freely and voluntarily entering your plea?
That's correct.
I'm going to accept your plea, sir. Madam Clerk, what is the standard fine?
$135.
Mr. Walker, I'm going to sentence you to a fine of $135, sir. Can you take care of that in the next 2 weeks?
I sure can.
All right. Ms. Green will give you further instructions. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right. I think that's all the guilties that I have. I'm going to go back through the not guilty and dispose of those. Ms. Burton?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Ms. Burton entered a plea of not guilty to driving while license suspended or revoked. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Madam, is your email address in the chat?
Yes, ma'am, I think it is.
Madam Clerk, is that confirmed?
One moment.
Recording in progress.
I don't see the email address.
Ms. Burton, please place your email address in the chat. Type it in the chat for me, please.
Okay, okay, I'll go to chat this here, I guess. Chat. Okay, my email is oh, that's not right.
Ma'am, if you would like to just go ahead and tell me your email address, that's fine.
It's BIGMONEYCOMPANY 2.
Ms. Burton, you went on mute in the middle of your statement.
Did you get it?
All I received was Big Money Company, the number 2.
And it's another 2 and a 3, 223 at gmail.com.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ms. Burton, check your spam and your inbox for further instructions from the court, okay? You're free to go.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I can go?
Yes, you can disconnect. Thank you. All right, I have next, hold on one moment. Artist Denard.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Denard, you want to enter a plea of not guilty to following too closely, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is your email address in the chat?
I don't know. Could I put it on the air for the record?
Absolutely. Madam Clerk, are you ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. artistdenard@yahoo.com.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Denard, look out in both the inbox and in the spam for a notification from the clerk, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
You're free to go. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Are we doing not guilties?
Yes.
We have some NOLOs that are here.
Oh, okay.
We have 4 NOLOs that are here.
Okay, give me one moment. Let me finish with these not guilties and we'll hit the NOLOs. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, Ms. Green. Obviously I didn't see.
That's okay.
Robert Harris. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harris, you indicated you want to plead not guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, but I have a question for you, ma'am.
Certainly.
So on the day that I got arrested, my license was suspended. I wasn't aware, but he put down.
Mr. Harris, typically I don't interrupt people when they're speaking, except in this situation, because you have the right not to incriminate yourself, right?
Yes.
And so anything you say right now might be
Incriminating.
That's what it might be, Mr. Harris. That's what it might be. So you have, I just want to give you that fair warning. Okay?
Okay. So
you still have questions, you can ask them.
Yes. So when I go to, we're going to get a new court date?
You will. You'll get a trial date, sir, when you have an opportunity to present your evidence and let the judge decide the matter. So
if I show up with my license and my registrations not suspended, what would happen?
I certainly can't prejudge the evidence, and I don't know. I honestly don't know, because I make it a point not to prejudge the evidence.
Okay.
You were cited with not having registration and license at the time of the incident. So on the date that you were cited. So if you show up with it now, I'm not certain how that helps what happened on the date of the incident. But that's just me talking. Okay?
Okay.
Do you want to change your plea, or do you want to continue with your plea of not guilty?
What would happen if I show up with my license not suspended and my registration not suspended, but it was on that day or something like that? It wasn't like that on that day.
So as I indicated before, sir, I can't tell you what's going to happen to you ahead of time. What I'm saying to you is you were charged with not having a license and valid registration on 7/2/22. If you have it after 7/2/22, I'm not certain how that affects what happened at the time of the incident. I mean, certainly I'm not, I'm not certain how to help you answer that question.
Okay.
I think I understand your question. Your question is, will the court change the charge, or the prosecutor change the charge? And what I'm saying to you is that I do not prejudge evidence, sir.
Okay.
With that information, do you still wish to plead not guilty? Are you eligible for NOLO, sir?
No.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to say that the registration was not suspended, but the license was.
So, sir, remember what I said. This is not the time to have that discussion, sir. What I'm asking is, you're entering a plea of not guilty, right? So I'm going to set you down for a new trial date. All right? Unless you want to change your plea, enter a plea of guilty, and we're done today. That is your option. And if you'd like time to think about it, I can take some other people and give you that opportunity.
I want to plead guilty.
Okay, you want to plead guilty. All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter of truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Harris, you recited with driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked registration, and driving while license is suspended.
Yes.
You know what? Hold on, before I do that. Madam Clerk, is there a way that Mr. Marie Rose can be in the courtroom to take the NOLOs while I finish this up?
Yes. 1 second.
Can we do that, Mr. Marie Rose? Because I'm certain, I have a feeling that Mr. Diego is going to take some time.
Yeah, Judge, before you start on Mr. Harris, I tried to jump in and ask if you want me to do that, but you got to roll it and I couldn't stop you.
No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, yes. Thank you so much. Ms. Green, Mr. Marie Rose will assist you from here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I apologize for having you wait, sorry. All right, Mr. Harris, we were talking about the guilty pleas on these charges, and you understand that these charges, by entering the plea of guilty, you will, your license will be suspended.
Yes.
Okay. And you understand that you have the right to plead not guilty on these charges?
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right?
Yes.
You understand you have the right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right?
Yes.
You understand that this court, the maximum sentence, I'm sorry, before I do that, you understand you have the right to an attorney?
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right?
Yes.
You understand that the maximum possible sentence that this court can impose is a $1,000 fine per offense and 1 year incarceration.
Yes.
You are freely and voluntarily entering this plea.
Yes.
All right. I will accept your plea, sir, of guilty to the charges of driving on suspended, canceled, or revoked registration and driving while your license is suspended. Madam Clerk, standard fines, please.
Suspended, canceled, revoked registration, $760. Driving while license suspended, revoked, $760. Total amount, $1520.
Thank you. Mr. Harris, I'm going to sentence you as follows on the suspended, canceled, or revoked registration, sentence of $760. Driving while license suspended or revoked, sentence of $760 for a total of $1,520. Something you're able to take care of in the next 2 weeks, sir, or do you need additional time to pay?
Additional time.
All right. We will place you on probation, pay only probation, which will give you up to 12 months to take care of your fine. The first 30 days are free, sir. After that, you'll be subject to monthly supervision fees. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Is your email address in the chat, Mr. Harris?
Yes.
All right. Confirmed, clerk?
It's confirmed.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
You're free to go. Thank you so much, Mr. Harris. Check your spam in your inbox.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Hightower?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hightower, are you still interested in pleading not guilty to the failure to change lane?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is your email just in the chat?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, confirm, Madam Clerk.
I have it.
All right, Ms. Hightower, look out, check both your inbox and your spam for a notification about your trial date, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. McGuire?
Yes, Judge.
Can I see your video, please, sir?
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know what happened to it. I'm trying to start the video back, but it's not. Okay.
There we go. All right, Mr. McGuire, you recited with failure to obey a traffic control device and you want to enter a plea of not guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
All right. Is your email just in the chat, sir?
No, how do I put it in the chat?
Do you see the chat function on your phone? If not, you can say it over the internet and the clerk will write it down.
Yeah, I just said verbally.
Hold on, Madam Clerk, let us know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to spell it out. It's COBRASTANG05@hotmail.com. It's all one word.
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. McGuire, check your email, both inbox and spam for notification from the clerk, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Shemaya Montgomery, I'm sorry, Mr. Guest, you have your hand up. You can disconnect, Mr. McGuire. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Guest, how can I help you? I saw your email, but I haven't done no loads yet. I got to go back to that, okay?
Okay, that's what I was trying to see. Okay.
No problem. Ms. Montgomery? Ms. Montgomery, Shemaya Montgomery? Okay. She said she wanted to plead not guilty. Madam Clerk, did we have her contact information in the chat?
One moment. No, I do not have her information.
Okay. Do we have any means to contact her?
I have a phone number.
Okay. Can we, I guess, somehow contact her to tell her about her court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Alandria Peak. Peak, last name Peak. I see you, but I see someone peek on the call, but she's not answering. Okay, we'll hold for that. I see her on the call, but she's not answering me. I'll hold for that one. Crystal Reyes. Crystal?
Yes.
All right, Miss Reyes, you have expired no license plate or decal. Please cut your phone on so I can see you. Your video, please.
It says you cannot start your video because your host has disabled it.
You should be able to start it now.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. Ms. Reyes, you want to enter a plea of not guilty to expired no license plate or decal and failure to maintain insurance. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Is your email just in the chat?
Yes, ma'am.
Confirm, Madam Clerk.
Yes, I have it.
All right, look out both in your inbox and in your spam for a trial date, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. You're free to go.
Thank you so much. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Same to you. Jeanette Thinghan. I'm sorry, Beulah Thinghan. Thighan.
She was in the lobby.
Was she in the courtroom?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Ms. Green, can you hear me? Is she still there? All right, we'll come back to her. Ms. Green may have already taken care of her. Earl Thomas.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Thomas, you decided with failure to have a license on person and you want to plead not guilty, correct?
Can I change my plea to guilty, ma'am?
Absolutely. Raise your right hand for me.
Right hand. I'm sorry.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter of truth and the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Thomas, you recited with failure to have a license on person, and I understand you wish to plead plead guilty, correct?
Correct.
You understand that you have the right to plead not guilty and have a trial?
I understand.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you're waiving that right?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand you have the right to an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that the maximum sentence this court can impose is $1,000 fine and 1 year incarceration?
Yes, ma'am.
You're freely and voluntarily giving this plea.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to accept your plea, find you guilty of on the offense of failure to have a license on person. Madam Clerk, standard fine.
$300.
All right, Mr. Thomas, are you able to take care of that $300 fine within the next 2 weeks, or do you need additional time to pay?
I need additional time, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down unless you have a question. Put your hand down. I'll place you on pay only probation. That will give you 12 months to pay. The first 30 days are free. After that, you'll have to pay a monthly supervision fee. You understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is your email just in the chat, sir?
No, ma'am. I can put it on the record. I didn't know how to enter it on chat.
Not a problem, Madam Clerk. Let us know when you're ready.
Go ahead, sir.
It's I'm gonna spell it out for you. It's Earl, EARL _ Thomas, THOMAS 33 at yahoo.com.
All right, I have it. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Thomas, look out for an email from the clerk. Check both your inbox and your spam for further instructions about probation, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You're free to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Hold on one moment. Now, I still see people here. I see Myron Williamson.
Yes, ma'am.
I have you as a NOLO. What Go ahead.
I had to join the Zoom because I had to leave and pick someone up. Do I need to pull over? You ready for me?
I'm ready for you. Are you gonna enter a NOLO plea?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, yes, please pull over.
Okay. Okay, I pulled over.
All right. All right, Ms. Williamson, raise your right hand for me. You swear from the testimony you're about to give in the matter of the truth and the penalty of perjury.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Williamson, you recited with failure to obey a traffic control device, and I understand you wish to enter a plea of NOLO. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty and have a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm saying you have that right, not that you're gonna do it, but you have that right. You understand that?
Yes, yeah, I believe so.
Okay, and you understand that by entering your plea of NOLO, you are waiving that right.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that by entering your plea of NOLO, you waive that right?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that this court has the authority to impose a sentence of no more than 1 year incarceration and $1,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
You are freely and voluntarily giving this plea.
Yes, ma'am.
Then accept your plea of NOLO, and Madam Clerk, standard fine.
135.
The fee or the fine that I'm sentencing you to, Ms. Williamson, is $135 fine. Can you take care of that in the next 2 weeks, or do you need additional time to pay?
I can take care of them in the next 2 weeks. Thank you.
All right. On day 15, they're going to charge you an extra $200 as a penalty. So make sure you do it in the next 2 weeks. Okay, Ms. Williamson?
Before then, yes, ma'am.
All right. Is your email address in the chat, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Can you give it to us over the Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Clerk, please let us know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
It's msw027@yahoo.com.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Williamson. Look out for an email from the clerk the next 24 to 48 hours, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me keep looking. Blake Hatton. Ms. Green, is there no one else in the courtroom, correct? You're muted.
That's correct. We're done.
Okay. Blake Hatton, Alejandria Peak, and then I see iPhone. iPhone, you're not muted. I don't know who is on the Zoom.
You know what? I'm sorry, Judge. That might be my iPhone because when I got kicked off, I had to get back on. I wasn't even paying attention to it. So that would be me.
Okay, well, we're gonna disregard Alejandra Peak and Blake Hatton. Okay, they were here. I don't know how my guess is that they may be working or doing multiple things. Do you just put them on a new arraignment calendar? What is the standard procedure now, Mr. Marie Rose?
Yeah, so normally if we don't have a response and it looks like they appeared, then we just go ahead and reset them, reschedule them.
Okay, so let's go ahead and reset Alejandro Peak and Blake Hatton, Madam Clerk.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and then you can just hang up on them or whatever we do to disconnect them, disengage them from the Zoom.
And I don't know if I missed it, Judge. I thought so.
Yes,
We had
Diego.
Cedillo.
Yes, I asked Miss Ada. She had to hang on because we had some situations, Mr. Marie Rose, that I guess we'll have to. Today is my day.
Today is our day.
So, all right. So, Miss Ada, I know you hung on with me, but this. I don't know how to fix it because he doesn't understand you and he doesn't understand me. So I don't know what to do.
Let me find out what he needs. Okay, señor Cedillo, ya sabe que le van a mandar de otro tribunal, le van a mandar la información. ¿Qué necesita de nosotros ahora?
Pues bueno, lo que ya pensé, mejor me declaro culpable porque como yo no tenía licencia.
Okay, I have thought about it over, and I think I thought about it, and I better plead guilty because I did not have a license.
Now, I don't have a problem with you pleading guilty. Is he able to understand what we're saying?
Ok, la juez no tiene problema de que usted se declare culpable, pero ¿está entendiendo lo que le estamos diciendo?
Sí, ahorita sí ya lo entendí porque ya pasó unos amigos que son de españoles y entendí un poquito.
Okay, yes, you know, I understand now because I heard some other people that went around that were Spanish speakers, and then I understood more now.
Okay, all right. Raise your right hand, Mr.
Levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter is the truth under penalty of perjury?
Usted jura que el testimonio que va a decir ahora aquí es la verdad, so pena de perjurio, o sea que no puede decir mentiras, ¿entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay.
Puede bajar la mano.
Okay.
Hold on one moment. All right. Okay, Mr. Cedillo, you were charged with driving without a valid license, correct?
Señor Cedillo, a usted lo acusan por manejar sin una licencia válida, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correcto.
And I understand you wish to enter a plea of guilty to that charge.
Y entiendo que se quiere declarar culpable a este cargo. ¿Es eso así?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand you have the right to enter a plea of not guilty and request a trial.
Usted tiene el derecho a declararse no culpable y tener un juicio. ¿Entendió que tiene ese derecho?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, you understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right.
Al declararse culpable aquí, ya usted renuncia, ya no va a tener ese derecho. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that you have the right to an attorney.
También tiene derecho a tener un abogado. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that by entering your plea of guilty, you waive that right.
Y al declararse culpable, usted renuncia a tener un abogado, ya no va a tener abogado. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that the maximum possible sentence that I can impose is $1,000 fine and 1 year incarceration.
La pena máxima que yo le pudiera dar es de $1,000 de multa por cada cargo y 12 meses de cárcel, una o las dos cosas, es lo máximo que le pudieran dar. ¿Entendió eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. You are freely and voluntarily giving this plea.
¿Y usted se está declarando culpable por su propia voluntad y libremente?
Sí.
Yes.
I accept your plea, sir, of guilty.
¿Acepto su declaración de culpable, señor?
Sí.
Madam Court Reporter, I'm wrong, Court Reporter. The day is over, right? Madam Clerk, Madam Clerk, what is the standard fine?
$760.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Cedillo, the fine that I'm going to impose is $760. Are you able to take care of that within the next 2 weeks, sir?
Señor Cedillo, la multa que le voy a imponer es de $760. ¿Usted puede pagar esta cantidad a más tardar en 2 semanas?
Bueno, le quería pedir un favor. No sé si usted me podría ayudar porque como ese ticket ya tiene tiempo que me dieron ese ticket, entonces yo llamé en la oficina y me pidieron la dirección y yo le mandé la dirección completa donde yo vivo para mandarle la carta sobre el corte, pero así como te dije ya hace rato que ellos me dijeron que cuando yo fui eso hace como 3 semanas, cuando me dieron ese corte y me dijeron que ya habían mandado 2 cartas, que yo los rechacé, pero nunca recibí ninguna carta y ellos me cobraron $200 por no recibir la carta, pero la carta no lo recibí. Y la dirección que yo lo mandé a ellos, lo mandé correctamente, pero ellos no tienen puesta la puerta, el número de la puerta en esa dirección donde lo mandaban la carta.
Okay.
Pues no. No.
Well, I do want to ask you for a favor because, like I mentioned before, I never received the court notifications, and I gave them and I called them, and then they sent me they said they send it to me. I gave them the correct address, but they're charging me $200 because they say that I did not respond in time. But I did have the correct address, and I think what happened, they did not put the apartment number when they send me the notifications.
Madam Clerk, I don't know what he's talking about, $200. What have I missed, if anything?
There's probably an FTA fee, Judge. In order to get back on the calendar, he had to pay the FTA fee.
Got it.
So I think he's saying, Your Honor, that he did never receive any notifications about the time and the date in court. That's what I understand.
All right. Madam.
Do you want me to explain to him that what the 200 fee is for? Because I think he might think it's...
No, you don't have to explain it yet because go ahead, Madam Clerk.
He did, well, we sent out the letter on the 14th of February, and it looks like it was returned, the mail was returned to us. So when we reset him again, no, so that's when he missed his court date. So then he came up here and talked to us, let us know that he never received anything. And at that time, I let him know that we did send it out, but it was returned to sender.
Okay. Lo que está diciendo la secretaria es que a usted le mandaron usted le mandaron que tenía corte el 14 de febrero y como no se presentó, entonces le cobraron esa multa. Y luego que ella dice que usted vino y habló con ellos y les dijo lo que había pasado y ella le dijo a usted que habían devuelto su carta cuando se la mandaron porque no encontraron la dirección.
No, la verdad, no me dieron ninguna carta de un corte, sino que cuando me dieron el ticket, yo llamé de una vez para qué fecha me tocaba el corte, pero me dijeron que el caso no estaba abierta y me preguntaron en la dirección dónde puedo recoger en la carta. Lo mandé correctamente, pero supuestamente nunca lo recibí ninguna carta, y cuando yo lo fui a ver, y ellos me dijeron que yo lo rechacé las cartas y no lo recibí nada. Entonces yo le dije, ellos no lo pusieron en la dirección bien, no la tienen el número de la puerta, entonces, o sea, no tengo la culpa de eso es lo que yo le dije a ellos. Que no tengo la culpa.
Hold on.
Espérese un momentito porque yo tengo que interpretar y denme tiempo de interpretar. What happened was when I received the ticket, I called to find out when my court day was going to be. And then I gave in my information. And then I don't know if they didn't write it down right, but I never received the letter. So I just want to tell them that it was my fault, the fact that I did not receive the notification for when I needed to be in court.
Okay. All right. So, God, I'm scared about this part. Can he pay the email address? I just have. Can you pay within 2 weeks, sir, or do you need more time to pay?
Señor, ¿usted puede pagar la multa que le dijimos? ¿Lo puede pagar a más tardar en 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo para pagar la multa?
Pues necesito más tiempo de pagar esa multa, pero así como le digo, no sé si la juez me puede ayudar de descontar los 200 que yo pagué por la corte que nunca me lo recibí.
Okay, I need more time to pay the fine, but I want to know if Your Honor can help me to deduct those $200 of the fine for the letter that I never received.
Well, no, sir. The fine is for failing to appear, and he's indicated that he did not come to court. And so the fine, that is something separate than the $760. I can give him more time to pay though.
No le puedo deducir de eso porque la multa que le pusieron, esa otra dinero es por no venir y comparecer el día que le tocaba. La multa es por separado. Entonces la multa sí le podemos dar más tiempo para que usted pague la multa.
Pues bueno, la verdad sí, como le digo, que cuando yo llegué allí hace 3 semanas a recoger, cuando me dieron ese corte, me dijeron que Cuando ya te presentas en el corte, ya le dices al juez que ellos te pueden ayudar sobre los 200. Si nunca lo recibiste, las cartas que llegaron, porque lo que dicen aquí, no lo recibiste las cartas, lo rechazaste, me dijeron. Entonces, no lo recibí, la verdad que no lo recibí, porque ellos no la tenían puesto el número de la puerta.
Okay, so what they told me was, you know, when I went to I talked to them, they said that when I had my chance to go in front of the judge, that I could tell the judge the situation, that they didn't write the correct address, they didn't have the number of the apartment, and that I could ask the judge to tell him that, and ask the judge to take that into account, that it wasn't my fault, that I did not receive the letter that they were sent back to the court.
Okay. So I understand your position, sir, but I am not inclined to waive the $200 fine. I can give you more time to pay. I can give you up to 12 months to pay the fine though.
Yo entiendo su posición, su postura, pero no puedo descontarle el dinero que le cobraron los $200. Lo que le puedo dar es más tiempo para pagar, para que usted tiene hasta 12 meses que le puedo dar para que pague la multa.
12 meses, si no pasa nada, así como le andan diciendo a los otros que si uno no lo paga la multa a los 30 días y ya comienza a pagar un recargo.
Is it going to happen like they are telling the other people that after 30 days, then you have to pay a fee? How is that going to happen? Okay.
Yes.
You want me to explain the 30 days and the fee, Your Honor? Okay. Señor Cedillo, la forma como funciona la probation o lo que se llama libertad vigilada, si usted paga antes de los primeros 30 días, no le cobran el costo de libertad vigilada. Pero si paga después toda la multa, después de los 30 días, va a pagar los 760 más lo que cuesta libertad vigilada por cada mes que usted esté en libertad vigilada. Si se tarda 6 meses para pagar toda la multa, va a tener que pagar la multa más 6 meses de lo que cuesta libertad vigilada. How much is probation? 49 or?
I think it's either 39 or 49, but I don't know to be.
Okay. A lo mejor va a tener que pagar $49 mensuales además de la multa mientras paga la multa completa. Cuando pague la multa completa ya no tiene que pagar más la libertad vigilada. ¿Entendió?
Sí, ya entendí, pero lo que yo digo, ¿por qué no lo pueden descontar los 200 si no tuve mi culpa que no recibí la carta del corte? Porque así como les digo que
I'm still asking why isn't it possible to reduce the 200 from the fine because I didn't receive the court notification about my date in court.
Sir, that discussion is over.
Esa discusión ya está lista, ya yo dije lo que íbamos a hacer con eso, no lo vamos a hacer de esa manera, lo vamos a hacer como yo dije.
Okay. Bueno, ¿cuánto era la multa lo que me dijo?
How much was the fine? What you told me?
$760.
$760. 760.
¿Y esa multa dónde se paga?
And where do I pay that fine?
The probation officers will give you instructions.
El agente de libertad vigilada le va a mandar a usted información de cómo pagar la multa porque lo va a hacer por medio de libertad vigilada.
¿O no es aquí mismo entonces donde me cobraron los 200?
So it is not in the same place, the same place that I was charged the 200?
No, sir, it's not. We'll email him the documentation.
Okay, no, ahí no lo va a pagar porque ahora es por medio de otra agencia porque le van a dar más tiempo para que pague. Entonces el tribunal le va a mandar esa información a su correo electrónico. Así que esté viendo su correo electrónico y su spam, eso le va a spam, ¿ok?
Ok, ahí viene el correo como Forest Park o cómo viene.
How is the email coming as a Forest Park email? What's the title or the heading of the email?
I believe it's going to come in FP Court.
Va a ser como FP Court o Corte, pero en inglés. FP Court.
It might say DocuSign as well.
También va a decir DocuSign. Ok, FP, ok, y luego CO.
FP.
Ajá, y luego COURP, ok. Y le van a mandar uno para que firme un documento. FP COURP. Ajá. Y luego le van a mandar para que firme y digital que se llama DocuSign. Se lo voy a deletrear. D de dedo, O de oso, C de casa, U de uva y luego otra palabra es S de sapo, I de iglesia, G de gato y N de nada, ¿ok? Puede ser también ese que le manden otro para que usted firme digitalmente el contrato que se compromete a pagar.
Ok, cuando ya se paga ese, ya estamos en la libertad, ¿verdad?
Once I pay the whole thing, then I'm all done and I'm free.
Yes.
Sí, cuando pague toda la multa completa y el costo de libertad vigilada si tiene que pagar más días, ¿ok?
Sí, está bien, como quiera, así como ya escuché que ya después de un mes ya se paga el encargo.
Exacto. Después de un mes tiene que pagar por cada mes de libertad vigilada.
Sí, la multa se puede pagar como el 28, así, o ya se cuenta todo el día esta, así lo podemos pagar la multa en el 28 de septiembre o el 29, ¿cómo estará eso?
Okay, so can I pay the fine around September 28th or September 29th to avoid the probation fee? Is that correct? If I do that, then I don't have to pay probation?
30 days is all he gets without probation. So the 29th is more than 30 days.
Es 30 días a partir de hoy, señor Cedillo. Ya el 29. El 29 o el 28 ya va a ser más de 30 días. Tiene que calcular 30 días a partir de hoy. So 30 days beginning today, Your Honor, correct?
Correct.
Sí, a 30 días a partir de hoy.
Tendría que ser en el 23 o 22 entonces ya.
So then I will have to pay it on the 22nd or the 23rd to avoid the fee?
Yes, but he pay that to probation. Look
Sí.
out for the instructions in your email.
Sí, se lo va a pagar a libertad vigilada en la información que le manden en su correo electrónico.
Ok, ya está entonces.
Okay, then that's it. I understand.
Muchísimas gracias.
De nada. Thank you very much. Okay.